single that ricocheted off of the relief pitcher Sean Haviland that brought home the go-ahead run. But New Britain was not to be denied, scoring 5 runs in the top half of the 8th inning, capped off by a 3-run home run by Jovan Rosa. York scraped together 1 more in the bottom of the 8th, but that was all she wrote, and New Britain came away 11-8 winners. The Bees improving to 8-11 on the season. They are 3-5 on the road, and they are 3rd in the Liberty Division. The Revs falling to 12-8. They are 7-3 at home, still tied for 1st in the Freedom Division after Sugarland also lost their game. Starting pitching matchup tonight, Jorge Martinez goes onto the hill for the Revolution. The Cuban native will make his 4th start of the year, coming in with a record of 1-1, 2.93 ERA. Last time out, 5 innings of 1-run ball in a win over the Bridgeport Bluefish. Martinez was the hard luck loser for the Revs the second night of the season in New Britain, allowing just 1 run in 6 hits. One of the quality starts for the Revs this season, but falling 1-0. On the other side for the Bees, Kyle Simon making his debut against the Revs. It will be his 4th start of the year. 0-1, 2.40 ERA. He was a hard-luck loser on May 7th at Lancaster. 5 innings, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He'll be going for his first win of the year as the Bees try and string together this winning streak and steal a home series from the Revs. Okay, we're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we've got a very special interview with Sean Bale from PSECU. Following that, it is Inside the Clubhouse, the Manager's Report, brought to you by Broadway Transmission. There, I'm thanking all the sponsors for that. And then we will have First Pitch. All that and more on this fine radio program, so stay with us. This is the WOYK Revs pregame show.
Do you have what it takes to run with the pack? Wolf has immediate openings for warehouse workers. Our kitchen cabinet division is growing like crazy. That means we need 17 warehouse workers on our 2nd and 3rd shifts right now. Can you carry 50 pounds without breaking a sweat? Can you lift in excess of 100 pounds? Come to our open house today from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. at 515 Zarfos Drive in West York. You'll make a great rate, plus shift differential. Plus, Wolf offers outstanding medical, dental, vision, and 401k benefits, plus a performance-based bonus plan. If you have a high school diploma or GED, or if you're a high school senior on pace to graduate, then Wolf wants to talk to you. Come to our open house today from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. or apply online at wolfleader.com or stop by the warehouse anytime to complete an application. Come run with the pack. Wolf is an equal opportunity employer. Candidates of all backgrounds are encouraged to apply.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at your Sure Save neighborhood markets. Use your gold card every time you shop and you automatically receive savings and rewards. And get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Saubel's Markets, Wetzel's Market, and also at Nell's Market Fresh Foods. Always a hit and always great savings.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
We're back on the WOYK Revs pregame show. Will DeVore with you, and we got a very special guest in the booth with us right now. He's the Public Relations Coordinator for PSECU. It is Sean Bale. Sean, thanks for joining us tonight.
Glad to be here, Will. Thank you.
Now, first off, PSECU. I see your initials out there on the right center field wall. I'm relatively new to the area, so what can you tell me about PSECU, and how do you pronounce it if you're going to say it one word?
I think the appropriate pronunciation would be PSECU.
PSECU.
But we'll just go with PSECU. We're actually one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. There are over 400,000 members, a large number of them located right here in York County. Unlike banks, I know a lot of people a lot of times like to say banks, credit unions, same thing. Unlike banks, credit unions are member-owned, and everything we do is for the benefit of the membership. Members love that we have great rates, low fees or no fees, and I think one thing that they value is that credit unions try to be trusted community partners. I think that's a special benefit that people find when membership in a credit union.
Yeah, it should. And that's where you get what you pay for, pretty
Absolutely.
much. Now, I understand that PSECU, your name is not just out on the wall today, it's all over the place. So what the heck are you guys doing here at PeoplesBank Park tonight?
Well, tonight's very special for us. We are making possible the special jerseys that are being worn by the York Revolution for this game. And those jerseys are going to be raffled off later tonight, and the proceeds are going to benefit Children's Miracle Network at Penn State Children's Hospital. Children's Miracle Network has a special place with credit unions. It's the charity of choice for the industry. And we at PSECU have had the great privilege of supporting the Children's Miracle Network and its programs throughout the Commonwealth. Locally, we support CMN at Penn State Children's Hospital through our relationship not only with the Revolution, but also with relationships with the Lancaster Barnstormers and also with the Harrisburg Senators.
Oh boy, you're getting on, put chip on his shoulder by supporting the Barnstormers as well. But I suppose if it's all for a good cause, we should be fine there.
Sir.
So it sounds like a lot of people who don't know what PSECU is are going to come away knowing a little bit about yourself.
Yep.
What's the biggest takeaway that you want people to have when they think of PSECU?
Well, at PSECU, we have a philosophy that we don't believe it should cost you money to use the money that you work so hard to earn. In fact, this year, we gave back to our members $12.5 million in dividends through a relationship rewards initiative. And we want people to understand, appreciate the way we do business, and we want them to truly believe that we value their trust.
Absolutely. They value the trust just as I'm sure you value getting to inherit their trust.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's talk about the baseball game here. First pitch is ceremonial. I know that you got somebody who's going to throw out the first pitch.
Yeah, we're actually hosting a Children's Miracle Network family at tonight's game, and we gave the honor of throwing out the first pitch to the Miracle Child. Her name is Madeline Petticord, to give her an extra special memory for this evening. And she and her family also got to come into the stadium early. They got to go on a tour of the facility, which I know they enjoyed. And we'd be remiss if we didn't extend our appreciation to the Revolution for offering these opportunities to our guests tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. I speak on behalf of the organization, at least on this station. I don't know about anywhere else, but we thank you for that, and we thank you for coming out. You know, it's baseball. It's the great American pastime. Are you a fan?
Absolutely. I played baseball every summer from the time I was 7 until my daughter was born in 2003. I still like to watch baseball at all levels, high school, American Legion, minor league, and of course the major leagues. I like to listen to baseball on the radio. Kudos to you. I enjoy it. You know, mowing the grass when you're driving in the summer, when you're at the beach. It's baseball is just one of the true highlights of summertime every year.
It certainly is. And anyone who tells you otherwise is wrong.
Correct. I agree with that.
Now, after this game ends here and people go home and they're thinking about PSECU, what can they expect to see around York County from your company in the coming months?
Well, we're excited to be exploring new opportunities to introduce our credit union to those who may not know us yet, and to reinforce to our current members how much they mean to us. As I mentioned earlier, credit unions are very mindful of being a strong presence in local communities. And with our record of support to organizations and causes throughout the year across Pennsylvania, we believe we can continue to be a respected and reliable partner in York County.
Sounds like it. Now, if I want to find out more information about your company, how would I be able to do that, aside from just talking to you?
Well, you can find us on the internet. Our website is psecu.com. You can call us at 800-237-7328, and you can also find us on both Facebook and Twitter.
Can I find you on Twitter?
Unfortunately, no. I kind of steered away from the whole social media scene. I don't know. I guess I'm told a lot. I'm kind of behind the times, and maybe one of these days I'll get with it. But as of right now, no. I'm incognito.
Yeah, but I get the being behind the times. I just listened to the Hamilton soundtrack today. All right, Sean Bale, PR coordinator for PSECU. Sean, thanks for coming on the air, and thank you again for all you have done tonight.
Thank you, Will. It's been a pleasure.
All right, we will go to a commercial break right now. When we come back, Daryl Henry goes inside the clubhouse for the manager's report, brought to you by Broadway Transmission. So stick with us here on the WOYK Revs pregame show.
The Steve Zabin Show.
Brian Williams has taken a leave of absence. And I'm not sure about you, Scott, but I've had just about enough Brian Williams remembers themes on Twitter. Photoshops, snarky jokes,
reporting from the Hindenburg,
the Alamo,
etc.
They're
out there.
Yep.
Waking up America like no one else.
Now they're digging into his reporting from things like Hurricane Katrina.
Yes, where he said he saw
where he
bodies.
reported seeing a body floating past his hotel in the French Quarter. Don't get me started on Katrina. That is one of the greatest media debacles ever. The stuff that was reported as fact that turned out to be not just untrue, but flat-out fabrications. Brian Williams saying, I saw a body floating down Bourbon Street. That was like the least of the lies.
Steve Zayn, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Listen up, people.
This is The Rich Eisen Show.
He's a professional.
And I did tweet out on 4th and 19, go blue. Irvin took a picture of me in the NFL Game Day morning meeting room celebrating, and I stupidly looked at his phone and did it. And he tweets it out what Rich Eisen was like when he thought You Miss Football won. I can't show you what it was like when they did not win. Do friends do that to friends?
No.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, mates. Well, last night, I guess the dam on the run scoring finally broke between York and New Britain, but unfortunately, you come away kind of thinking about some of the mistakes and a little bit of a sloppy game last night. I know there's some things there you'd want to clean up.
Well, we need to clean some of that up. I mean, first of all, we coughed up 4 leads, which I'm not too happy about that. And we made a few defensive miscues. I thought offensively we did more than enough to win the game. When you put eight runs up, I mean that should be enough. But 2 of our last 3 games, we put up a 7 spot and an 8 spot and lost both of those. When we score 3 or less runs, we win all of those. So I'm really trying to figure it out right now. I know we have a good pitching staff. I mean, last night was just one of those nights. Everybody just seemed to go one batter or, run out of gas or whatever it was. I mean, we should have easily been able to get through that, but that's baseball. Every night's different. We're not going to lose any sleep over it, but it is a little frustrating to be out there for seemed like 7.5 hours, but I guess it was only 3.5, and to come away with a loss. And, I know we're better than that, but when you play a lot of games, every once in a while that happens, and hopefully we've seen the end of that for a while.
Do you feel like McClendon's close? He's still trying to get his first win. I know, one start there was no run support. Another one like last night is, he's close to getting through 5, but just gets into a rut there.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It just seemed a little different. It seemed once Mike got into the 70-some pitch count area. My phone is amazing, isn't it? But anyways. It just seemed like there was a big fall off, and I think maybe that could be part of still building up and things like that. Fletch and I talked about that too. I try to keep an eye on starting pitching as far as how many base runners that they get, and when you start getting into the 10, 11 base runner scenario, it's usually stresses that have been involved that we've gotten out of, and they did have some runners on base pretty frequently during the first 4 innings, and the 5th inning we just weren't able to get rid of it. We had a couple bad hops, some different things happened, but overall, I was glad to see offensively that we're coming around. I'm glad to see that, but we know we can pitch better, and we'll do that.
With the offense, is there any concern with strikeout numbers, or not so much, given how big of an offense this could be? Big hits, home runs, power, that sort of thing. Is it a big concern or not so much?
I don't think so. Strikeouts, we lead the league in home runs. We lead the league in total bases. we're not far off in taking walks either. We're taking some walks, so we're getting guys on base. And I mean, we left a bunch of guys on last night, but overall, now if we were striking out and not hitting the ball over the wall, then that might be a little different. But I do think we'll get better with situational hitting. I think the more chances we get, we'll get better at that. The fielding percentage, I kind of don't pay that much attention to it right now because I have moved a lot of guys around early in the season. So it's not like I'm running the same guys out there to the same spot night after night. And we haven't been able to get a lot of defensive work in. So when you're playing guys, moving them around the field, trying to see what we can do with versatility, you're going to see some errors. And so, I mean, as long as the offense, comes through and the pitching is able to bow their neck a little bit and keep the errors from scoring, we'll live with it for now. Eventually we'll get into a situation where I'll have a regular routine as far as a lineup goes, where at least we're going to see the same guys at least 5 days out of 7 in the same spot. But right now, I'm trying to get the hottest bats in there. I'm trying to figure out a way to do that. And so, we're having a few miscues, but we're learning too.
One move today, you did release Eric Thomas, who had a chance to get his feet wet as a pro. What's the hope for you? Is it maybe a Frontier League opportunity for him?
Well, I actually sent him over to the Can-Am League to work out for one of my former managing friends that we used to manage together in the Frontier League. So I sent him up to Rockland and with Jamie Keefe. So, Jamie will take a look at him while he's up there. Like I told Eric today, is nothing that he did or didn't do. He's a young guy, first pro job. He needs to be somewhere where he would pitch. Even if he stayed on our roster and only got 10 innings the whole year, I mean, that's not really going to help his career. He needs to go somewhere where he can pitch, and hopefully that's going to happen for him in the Can-Am League, and if not, then we'll make some calls to the Frontier League. I've already made a few for him. So I want to try to help him get his career going in the right direction. And I think no matter who you are, when you play in the minor leagues, you don't want to sit the bench because there's no way to advance your career. So we'll give him, get him an opportunity somewhere else, and hopefully he'll make the most of it.
And lastly, you've got Jorge tonight. 3 starts so far, and 2 of them have really been pretty good, including the last time. The weather wasn't great, but seemed to bounce back from a command standpoint.
Yeah, he did, and we're about 30 degrees warmer today for him than we've been, so I'm sure that'll make him happy. But, just keep the ball down here and get it over the plate. I know it sounds easy. Sometimes it's harder to do than we think, but just, throw strikes, get ahead of the hitters. Last night, once again, a lot of 3 and 2s, a lot of pitches, a lot of balls in the dirt. Just last night was kind of an ugly game, so hopefully we're not going to get a replay of that.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Mark Mason with Darrell Henry, and the person who kept trying to call Mace, don't try now. He's busy. He's about to listen to the national anthem, and so are we. The team has taken the field, and so has the FES choir. Yes, it does. Lovely rendition of our national anthem. That leads us right into the starting lineups, brought to you by Flying Feet. These are the feet that will fly around the base paths on a Thursday night, a picture-perfect Thursday night. First, for the New Britain Bees. James Skelton leading off. He's the catcher. Greg Golson in left field. Joe Von Rosa at third base. Craig Maddox DHing. John Griffin at first base. Jonathan Roof at second base. Kevin Rivers batting seventh. He's in right. John Jones in center field batting eighth. Brandon Chavez batting ninth. He is the shortstop. If you look at the scorebook from yesterday, in the words of David Burns, same as it ever was. The pitcher, however, has changed. It is Kyle Simon, the right-hander, who is going to take the hill in the bottom of the first inning for the Bees. For the York Revolution, who will try and put runs on the board for Jorge Martinez, and far more runs than they put the first time he matched up against New Britain. Jason Repko over in right field. Isaiah Tejeda on a long hitting streak is catching. Andres Perez getting the field tonight. He's at second base and batting third. Telvin Nash, the first baseman and the cleanup hitter. Mr. Steady in the lineup. Joel Guzman back in the starting nine. He's DHing tonight and batting fifth. Brian Pounds over at third base to bat sixth. James Simmons out in center field is batting seventh. Josh Wilson, the shortstop, batting eighth for the third straight game. And batting ninth is the left fielder, Michael Rocket. Martinez finishing his warm-up tosses. Another quick look at him. This will be his fourth start of the season. 15.1 innings prior to this. 5 runs, all of them earned on 14 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 7 walks for him. He is 1-1. He's got an ERA of 2.93, one of the better starters for the Revs in the early portion of this season. He's going to benefit from the best weather that we've had at PeoplesBank Park since, well, 2015. And now, as Martinez has finished his warm-up tosses and James Skelton takes his slow walk to the batter's box, we turn over to the voice of the York Revolution. Here he is. You know him. You love him. It's Darrell Henry.
They might. I don't know if we can speak for everybody, but thank you, Will, and good evening. It is a beautiful night indeed. And the Revs wearing some of the loudest auction jerseys that we have ever seen. What a look as Skelton digs in. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch from Jorge is down and in, and we are underway tonight. 73 degrees is your game time temp on this mostly sunny evening here in York. The 1-0, and that's in at the belt. A called strike on Skelton, who's second in the league in hitting at 368 coming in, and leads the league in on base. Stan Clyburn moved him to the top last night as he takes, and that's right down the middle, and 1-2. And I would say that paid immediate dividends last night. Early franchise record for runs. They scored 11, did it on 12 hits. Skelton scored twice, drove in 2. Pitch is down low, and the count now 2-2. And why should they change? They stick with their rather noisy, bright highlighter yellow Hardware City alternate jerseys here tonight. Martinez the wide, and the 2-2 pitch, and a cutter missed up and in. Count will go full. Our plate ump tonight is Tyler Thurmond, Brian Child at first, Kurt Brannon at third base. Martinez steps back, lifts and fires, and a swing at a ball tapped foul off Skelton's leg. Martinez, out of his 3 starts, the first one was outstanding. He went 6 innings, gave up just 1 hit at New Britain. The Revs' second game of the season. And a little bit roughed up in the home opener with terrible weather, but followed that with a fine start last Wednesday morning against Bridgeport. Won that game. He deals, and a swing and a dribbler foul into the York dugout. Right past Mace, who tried to make a bare hand play, and oops, went right down the steps. He's a number 30 tonight rather than his number 40, maybe, yeah, with the slimmer physique. The alternate jersey needed a lower number. Another payoff pitch and a swing and a tip foul straight back again.
If they win tonight, he'll be wearing 30 for the rest of the year. He may try and wear this jersey for the rest of the year.
He may have to give that up based on the desires of whoever wins the bid, but I like your thinking. You have a 9th pitch of this opening at bat coming up. 3-2 fouls from Skelton. Martinez, another payoff delivery. Right down the middle for ball 4. Are you kidding me? On the 9th pitch of the at-bat, right there. And Skelton instead ends up with his league-leading 18th walk. What a tremendously frustrating way for Martinez to start the night and have a leadoff base runner after all that. My goodness. Here's Greg Golson. Pitch could not have been better. He was right down the middle. First offering to Golson, same spot, and it's ball 1.
Well, he can't recant now. If he calls that a strike, everyone's going to be asking why the last one wasn't a strike.
Maybe 4.5 hours tonight. Golson, a 6-game hitting streak coming in, hitting .268. And a lob over to first base, maybe for Jorge just to clear his head as much as anything else. Wow. The Revs 12-8 coming in after the loss last night. It ended a 5-game home winning streak. There's the stretch and the 1-0 to Golson. He swings and fouls it back. And they still have won 9 of their last 12 overall. Tied for first with Sugarland in the division. We'll see the Skeeters here for the weekend beginning tomorrow night. Another visit. Bridgeport already making their second visit to Texas currently. A 1-1 and a swing and a foul straight back. The Revs will see New Britain 3 times by the conclusion of play, 3 series that is, in 10 games by the conclusion of play on May 22nd. One and 2 on Golson. Martinez comes set at the belt. He lifts and fires, and a swing at a broken bat pop. Wilson at short, and he'll call off Pounds. He says he's got it, and he does. Little low pop-up on the broken bat, brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Will, do you have any ash trees?
I do not. See, Darryl, the emerald ash borer came by, and I had to shred them all and turn them into emerald ash paper.
You didn't really have to do that. All you had to do was go to heritagelawnandlandscape.com. Could have saved you a lot of grief. And they'd come out and fix that emerald ash borer problem for you.
Aw, nuts.
Next time. Here's Jovan Rosa. And first pitch is swung on, hit in the air in right center. Repko from right coming on. He's got it. Makes the catch for out number 2. And after that long first batter faced, Martinez makes up for that a bit with a 1-pitch out from Rosa. 2 down in the inning, and Craig Maddox will hit. Maddox DHing. He's going with lime green for the tape on his bat handle. 2-toned, a black barrel, a tan handle.
Watch me put my sunglasses on right now.
And he watches a first pitch strike come across. He actually has a tri-tone bat now, thanks to that handle. It's hitting .235. DHing the night and hitting cleanup for Stan Clyburn. 0-1 pitch, and it's right on the outside corner, and there's a strike. And Martinez ahead quickly, trying to send his friends to the plate for the first time tonight. No score, first inning, just getting started. Nash at first tonight. He'll hold Skelton, who's 5 for 5 in steals, but a very small lead. Pitch to Maddox is very high. Up above helmet high as Tejeda leaped up out of his crouch. That's a word you want to pronounce correctly.
Just like PSECU.
That's right. Now the 1-2. And that misses high and away.
When Sean came in, I asked him, he said, Paseku. That doesn't sound much better, but...
Did you pitch a perfect game in the interview?
It was more like a no-hitter. I plunked a guy in the 8th inning.
2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Jorge climbs the ladder way high. So did Maddox. Strikeout ends the top of the first. A leadoff walk, and Skelton went nowhere. At the end of a half inning, it's the Bees nothing, the Revs coming up.
Hey, sports fans, great news. Now you can listen to Sports Radio 1350 anywhere with the new WOYK mobile apps. Stranded in Siberia? No problem. Kidnapped by wolves? It's not as bad as you may think. Wherever you are, WOYK is with you on the brand new mobile apps. York's only local sports station just went mobile and global. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
The War of the Roses is the grittiest Revolution battle since Bunker Hill, and in 2016, it's bigger than ever. Sponsored by PNC Bank, the 20-game series between York and Lancaster now has unique on-field hats that will be worn exclusively during these contests. Pick out the ticket plan that nets you all 10 home games against the Barnstormers and receive a replica of the York War of the Roses hat. Be on site each and every time the Revs take on their Cross River rivals. Enlist today at 801-HITS or in person at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office.
What's up, y'all?
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
And you're listening to the best.
Oh, okay. Mattingly and the Dodgers realized it wasn't working out. Nobody wants to say somebody was fired. Nobody wants to say somebody was resigned. Now, I know it's semantics here. Mattingly's gone and the Dodgers move on. I do think it's best for both because I think with new management, they want their guy. They want a sabermetrics and analytics guy. Mattingly was not that guy.
Dan Patrick.
Don't be a hater.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
No score as the Revs come to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Cannonball Charlie even freaking out our feathered friends on top of the net there. I have some above the door to my residence, and as I leave every morning, I'm thankful every day that I dodge without having to head back inside and clean again. I'm not sure if the people in the front row are that lucky.
Well, Mike Matheny didn't get that lucky in college. He ended up with a wife because of it. Ask Vin Scully. He told that story last year. It was incredible.
Jason Repko to lead off as Kyle Simon misses high. Saw Simon in relief with Lancaster last season. Starting for New Britain, here's the 1-0. And a swing and a miss. Repko falling to his right knee on that swing. He comes in hitting at 307. 3 home runs, 11 driven in. 5-game hitting streak snapped last night, but did draw a couple walks. As he swings and misses, Simon some good late sink. Repko scored a run last night as well. Now the wind up and the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. A fastball there and Repko down on strikes. Simon, a big righty and a little bit lower arm angle. Sort of slings it wide. Not sidearm, maybe somewhat 3/4. 6'6", 220, so coming out a righty. And he's a lot of arms and legs there, lanky guy. And coupled with the late movement, a little tough to hit when he's on. Here's Isaiah Tejeda. Another good night last night. First pitch is driven to left center field, in the gap, and down for a hit. Out of the reach of John Jones, who was in pursuit. It'll one-hop the wall, and Tejeda strolls into second with a double. As he continues to rake, Simon got that one up, and Tejeda jumped on it. Now a 6-game hitting streak, 11 for 22.
All he needed was playing time. Darrell rode the pine for most of the first couple of weeks. Mace said, I could give it your shot. Oh boy, has he given it.
And back behind the plate tonight, but still in the 2-hole offensively. Now we have the first hit of the game, and here's Andres Perez. who homered last night, is third, hitting .236, 9 ribbies. Pitch from Simon is down and in, and that's a ball. Simon 0-1 at .240 ERA in 3 starts, 15 innings, 12 hits, opponents hitting .211. Has not given up a homer with that sinker. And he deals and just missed around the knees. 4 walks, 6 Ks for him. He's also, with sunshine for the first time in like months. He's got the bright yellow jersey as a sinker comes across the knees for a strike. And he's tall, so he's standing in sunlight, reflecting off that jersey a little bit brighter as he releases it. 2-1 on Dre, and the pitch to him is beaten foul behind the plate. This might be a night where right-hand hitters, if they wear a shin guard, they're going to wear it. But this might be a night they end up being thankful for it with that sink. Perez bounced that one straight back, didn't miss his feet by a whole lot. The 2-2, and that's down low. Full count, Talvin Nash waiting on deck. Perez, the home run last night, is 55th with York. And now within 4 of Chris Nowak's franchise record of 59. 3-2. Swing and a miss. A sinker in at 87. And Perez swings over it, 2 down, both on strikeouts. Talvin Nash to the plate. Nash, the league leader in homers with 7. Batting at .243 overall. A 10-game home hitting streak coming in tonight. First offering fanned on, a slider from Simon. And I'm not sure that he threw anything other than sinkers until that first pitch to Nash. He was saving that for the big boy to keep him off. There's the 0-1. And he ropes one fair down the left field line. This will score the game's first. Tejeda around third and in. Throw to second, gets away. Nash slid in. And he'll take a couple of steps and hold there, but it's an RBI double. And the Revs a 1-0 first inning lead. Simon trying to go slider again, but hung this one. And Nash drills it down the line in left. 11 straight games with a hit here at home.
And it's hits like that, that are going to get Talvin Nash the attention of affiliated ball once again. He was in the Houston system until last year when they decided he was just a one-trick pony, a homer or strikeout guy, but he's been hitting doubles. He's been spraying the ball all over the field over the past week. Doing that, showing that he's more than just a big bat, is going to really get him attention.
Now here's Joel Guzman, who scrapes a little foul halfway down the third base line where it comes to a stop, checking his bat to make sure it didn't splinter. Nash with his league-leading 10th extra base hit overall. Third double to go with the 7 home runs. Guzman DHing, he's hitting .304. Pitch is down, and it's a 1-1 count. And a little bit of a slow stretch for him. His last 4 games, just 1 hit, but prior to that, as hot as any in the league the previous 8 in that first 8-game homestand. As he swings, bounced it softly toward third, charging his Rosa. He gloves it fair and fires to first in time to end the inning. Took it right in front of the bag. At the Revs jump in front, a run on 2 doubles in the first. Tejeda with 1 and then scoring on Nash's 1 runner left. We go to the second. It's 1-0 York.
Broadway Transmission I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they help me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Hey Revs fans, want to get in the game? You can throw out an honorary first pitch this season by bringing a group to PeoplesBank Park. Select groups who reserve tickets in the month of May will receive a first pitch courtesy of Bell Socialization Services with support from Adhesives Research. For information, call Reed Gunderson at 717-801-4498. Celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, Bell provides housing supports and living skills training to more than 1,400 people every year here in South Central PA through its mental health, intellectual disability, and homeless service programs. Bell Socialization Services, empowering lives every day.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Revs in front, 1-0. We head to the second inning. John Griffin will lead off. It's the same place the Revs were last night, but hopefully tonight hang on to their early advantage. First pitch from Jorge is up a little bit and certainly build on it. Last night the big number was 4 leads that had gotten away. The biggest one was 3 runs. Martinez, the wind and the pitch, and a swing and a fly ball hit well to right. Repko heading back on it toward Cannonball. He reaches up, reels it in, made it look easy. Repko tracking all the way deep into right field, right center almost, and a little hop as he reached up for it, hauled it in, and made it look simple.
Well, I mean, that is simple for him based on the catches he's made over the last couple of days. Diving every which way. All he had to deal with this time was the sun. For him, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
That's true. Good point, Will. Here's Jonathan Roof. And he takes the first pitch strike from Martinez. Roof hitting at 269. Does not have a home run, has 2 runs batted in. 0-1 pitch is a slider that misses low. The first 5 games between these two teams, the Revs had scored 13, New Britain had scored 8. A slider wide as Jorge spins to his finish, and it's 2-1. A combined 21 runs. Last night, a combined 19. The 2-1 and a liner to right. Repko in, slides and made the play. My goodness, another one for Rep. And this one stayed higher than he thought. It was either that or the sun. He got low to go into his slide and then had to reach way up like a full extension reach, and he hangs on to it.
Okay, now that's just showing off.
He motioned to the guys in the infield like, my bad, I lost track on that. But he sure made up for it and made it look sweet. Here's Kevin Rivers, who lays off one. It just missed low. Now Repko going back on one deep, now coming in on one. Pitch to Rivers is on the inside corner for a strike. He's had the first 2 outs this inning. And both entertaining. The 1-1, and that's outside, a changeup. Rivers hitting at 212 with a home run, 2 knocked in. Last night on base all 5 times. The 2-1. And a swing and a miss. Nasty hook from Jorge that dove right off the table. Rivers last night, 2 hits, 3 walks, 4 runs scored. The wind and the 2-2. Swinging a foul tip off the shin guard of the plate on Thurmond. No relation to Corey Thurman, whose number we will retire Saturday night.
Wow, great segue. I should expect from a man who drops beats on viral rap videos.
Me and Polo. Pitch is inside as Rivers jumps out of the way, a full count.
That in reference to the York Daily Record spoof of the Hamilton song Guns and Ships featuring the Lafayette bobblehead we're giving away tomorrow night.
Payoff pitch, ripped right side, a base hit. Now Rivers drops the bat head on it, yanks it into right, a 2-out single, and the first hit of the night for New Britain. He's now reached base safely in 6 in a row. Trips to the plate, that is. Yeah, you were listening to that for like 4 hours today in the office.
It was only 2.
Is it all one song?
It is not all one song. It feels that way.
Sure does.
2-hour musical, 2 hours worth of music.
Here's John Jones. And he lays off low for ball 1. Jones at 217 at the plate entering the night.
As I was telling our friend from PSECU there, late to the party, that was just the first time I've ever listened to it. Finally decide, okay, what's all the hullabaloo about?
Swinging a floater, shallow right center. Perez is out and he makes a basket play, sliding. Going out in shallow right center. Over the shoulder grab into his slide. A clean catch to end the inning. And the Revs flashing leather all over the place in the top of the second. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Bottom 2, it's the Revs 1, the Bees nothing.
It's the angles, the ball skills, the corner kicks. It's knowing how to shield a defender off the ball. It's knowing how to make a wall pass. It's knowing how to curl the ball, how to chip it, how to trap it, how to launch it, how to finish it. It's soccer, and nobody knows that better than Flying Feet sports shoes. Flying Feet. Suit up for soccer at Flying Feet, where players new to the game find everything they need, and collegiate-level players find all that and more. Soccer shoes for men, women, and children from the names that know the game. Adidas, Diadora, Lotto, and Nike. Players choose Flying Feet to get the right shoe at the right price, plus a huge selection of soccer socks, soccer shorts, shin guards, and sports bags. Even referees get the nod at Flying Feet, where refs come for all their gear. Individual players, entire teams, if it's soccer, it's Flying Feet sports shoes, the sportswear specialty store without specialty store prices. Flying Feet. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, just off exit 18 of I-83, next to Battery Warehouse.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
One nothing York, bottom of the second, as Brian Pounds leads off. First pitch from Kyle Simon is inside. Our video board gentlemen, Brian and Scott, have photoshopped scuba gear onto Pounds' headshot. There's a pitch down low. It's 2-0. It's a snorkel, I guess. Some sort of breathing device. Pitch is inside, ball 3.
Yeah.
I'm not really an aficionado and a fish.
Yeah, I get you. You learn too much from me.
3-0 pitch is down low, and Pounds walks on 4 to start the inning.
I'll do you one better. Pounds decided not to fish for the ball that was low that time.
Well played.
Where's that Tullamore Dew I keep under my desk?
I really wasn't even trying to be punny. Realized it once it was out there for the whole world. Here's James Simmons, who takes outside. Simmons hitting at 270 with a home run and 7 driven in.
What is that thing on his head in the video board picture?
It's either a shower cap or coral, as he bounces a foul over toward the third base side. Or some blue seaweed that has grown on top of his head.
Okay, well, it's nice to see he's part of our world now.
The background on the video board shots is like a pool. Here's a swing and a grounder foul off the front of the Bees dugout. Downtown has the 1930s bathing suit look. The big one piece. Only he can pull off. Pitch to Simmons, a swing and a broken bat. Flare, that'll be a hit. Into right center, Pounds to second. He'll stop there. Simmons the hit. And the Revs with first and second, nobody out. He lines it over Roof at second base. The barrel of the bat ends up rolling right down toward the third base bag. And the Revs with 3 hits already here early tonight. Another broken bat brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Here's Josh Wilson.
And you need Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care to make sure that your lawn ornaments like that don't kill you. That thing was flying, almost took out Rosa.
Those maple bats, they snap in half. And Wilson takes a strike that he didn't seem to agree on. And looks down at Polo, trying to forget that and see what the Revs might have on here. Hitting 8th again tonight. They have their first 2 men on base. And 1-0 the lead here in the bottom of the second. A simple pair of goggles photoshopped on Josh Wilson's photo. Not to be redundant. Here's the stretch and the 1-1 swing and a miss. Good cut of the fastball. He worked the first inning run on Telvin Nash's double. And set up to try to add to it here. The 1-2, and he beats a foul. It bounces off his leg and back behind the plate. Simon, a former 4th-round pick of the Orioles in 2011, a Long Beach, California native. Pitch here is swung on and missed. Another sinker, his bread and butter. And Wilson down on strikes for out number 1. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
They're 2 on with 1 out. Michael Rocket, the hitter. He swings and skies one toward the line in right. Long run for Rivers, and it'll land foul down into the Revs bullpen. 1-0, York in front, bottom second. Darrell Henry along with Will DeBoer from PeoplesBank Park tonight. Rocket hitting at 203. An average jumping up over 200 with a pair of hits last night and an RBI. 2 for 4. The 0-1, runners go, and he swings and hits one in the air and right. Rivers will have to go toward the line. Runners need to hustle back, and the throw just nips Simmons on a slide back in at first. He was too far towards second on the hit and run. And Rocket, a low fly ball, a little higher than a line drive, but it didn't allow much time for the runners to get all the way back. And even with Simmons' speed, he's doubled off. A 9-3 double play on the fly ball. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We'll go to the third. It is still a 1-0 York lead.
The more we help the ones in need, the more progress our community will make.
By focusing on quality education, income opportunities, and basic health care,
all of York County can have access to the building blocks of a good quality of life.
Together we can load the bases for our community.
And hit a home run.
Give generously to the 2016 United Way Community Fund.
Find out more and give now at unitedway-york.org.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Need some fun with your food? Where else but Friendly's? Stop by Friendly's at 423 Laux Road in York for great deals like 50% off breakfast Monday to Friday from 7 to 11 a.m. or one of our 5 lunch and dinner meals for $5.55, including the quarter-pound cheeseburger. Stop by after the game with your Revs game ticket and save 15%. Friendly's has got you covered with great deals all day long. Friendly's, life with extra sprinkles.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the third, 1-0, Revs lead. Brandon Chavez will start the inning for New Britain. And Jorge Martinez, first offering, is over the plate for a called strike. Chavez at 2:05 entering play tonight. And he was certainly a thorn last night. Raised his RBI total from 1 to 5. 4 ribbies out of the 9-hole. Pitched from Martinez, a fastball just inside evidently. And the count even at 1-1. Chavez 2 for 3 with those 4 runs batted in last night and a sac bunt that was big. And a breaking ball here cranked. A liner to deep right, and it is gone. Just inside the foul pole and into a full picnic area right under the tents in right field. Brandon Chavez with a line drive home run. And he's got another ribby. What a series. A 1-1 game here in the third inning.
That is no 9th hitter. They've got a leadoff guy at least from the first game of the series, masquerading as the 9th hitter. Jorge's got to start looking at him as not just the 9th hitter, but a guy who's had now 5 RBIs in this series. Now that he's taken him deep, I'm sure he'll look at him that way from now on.
He seems to always save his best for York. Here's James Skelton, who takes the strike back at the top. His league-leading 18th walk to start the game. Jorge retired the next 3, though, in that first inning. He deals and misses low. And a 1-1 count. So tied at 1, and New Britain with a home run in all 3 games in this series. They had just 4 for the year in their first 17 games. There's a swing and a fly ball to left. It'll send Michael Rocket back into the shadows of the arch nemesis. He'll have room, though. Step short of the track in left, had it all the way, and that's out number 1.
And then they've now actually got more home runs hit than allowed, I think, with that last blast. They came in allowing 4 home runs and hitting 4 home runs. Now they've hit 7 and allowed 6. Still more than the Braves, by the way.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Here's Greg Golson, who popped to short his first time. And Martinez deals a strike. I'm sure that's how they look at it. Still more than Atlanta.
I mean, if you're going by that metric, what else won't you feel good about?
Now the 0-1. And a swing and a number foul, a slider. Scraped off the end of the bat over toward Polo, who's going to have to leave his perch. Bat boy's over on the other side. Polo pulling double duty, if not triple duty. Here's the 0-2. And that's way outside. Tried the slider, and it got by Tejeda. 1-2. Well, the Revs won 3 out of 4 at New Britain. They've split the first 2 of this series. Overall 4-2 coming in tonight against the Bees. A 1-2 pitch, and that's down and in, and that tailed off Tejeda's glove as well. Looked like it had some late run that maybe surprised him. Went back behind the plate. All right, York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Lancaster won a day game earlier today, 1-0 in 12 over Southern Maryland. Martinez, the 2-2, and a swing and a foul upstairs. And that'll bounce down. Both starters went 9. Brian Woodall of Lancaster, Gabby Hernandez of Southern Maryland. And then Lancaster a run in the 12th to win it. Martinez shakes off twice. And now ready, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Got him on a slider low. Tejeda reaching for the tag, missed. Golson thought that he had gotten him and stopped. And Tejeda will make the throw down to first base to complete it. Second strikeout of the night for Jorge. And 2 down here in the third of a 1-1 game.
Other games going on tonight. Somerset already up 2-0 over Long Island in the top of the third. And Sugar Land completing a series against Bridgeport.
Well, here is Jovan Rosa, who flew to right his first at bat. Martinez fires, and a slider hooks onto the outside corner. That's a strike. Rosa third in the Bees lineup again. Here's the 0-1, and he fouls it off just right of the screen, and that hit the facing of the upper deck and rebounded down. And Martinez the jump on him. 48 pitches here with 2 outs in the third inning. And his 0-2 breaking ball low and away. Tejeda on top of that. The home run that Jorge gave up to Chavez, the first that he's allowed this season. That's how New Britain has tied it. Now the 1-2, and in the dirt. Tejeda being tested a little bit this inning. That one skipping in front of him. He's had a couple of tough ones to handle. He is back at his natural position tonight, his 5th start behind the plate this season.
And a low pressure situation for him to get his rhythm back as a catcher.
2-2. And a little nubber, right side. Jorge couldn't reach it. Perez will get going toward first, and he tried to flip, and it pulled Nash off the bag. Drea, circular route to it to try to get going sideways toward first on the momentum. Unless it was a misread. And he got to the ball going hard to his left and then tried to almost do a shot put over to first and pulled Nash away from the bag. They'll scored an infield hit due to the placement and the unordinary effort.
It was an unordinary effort, but Perez certainly didn't take the most efficient route to that ball, circling around, getting to that one, costing him a bit of time. And Darryl, I'm not convinced. I mean, I know Dre's been good at second base in the past, but the few games at home that he's played that position, he has just looked lost out there.
Well, that one, I don't think he had to rush the flip as much as he thought he did. I think it might be a thing where he's played so much first base over the last year or two that he may need some more consistent time at second to really get locked back in. Here's Craig Maddox, who takes down low. Struck out his first at bat tonight. It does go as an infield hit. The 1-0. And that's a called strike, outside corner. One thing Mays said, he's not overly concerned with the air totals early because he's made the choice to move guys around defensively. They haven't had a consistent arrangement on an every night basis just yet. There's the 1-1 and a swing and a pop-up foul, back and out of play. I think if they get to that point and are making errors, then maybe there's concern, but Pounds has started 14 games at second. Tonight is Perez's 7th. And that's just one position. There's a lot of that going on. Martinez to the belt. And the 1-2, a swing and a foul back again. And Maddox will continue to make him work.
Wind starting to pick up in this inning. Blowing in from right field towards left field. Had a couple of gusts a few minutes ago rattling the papers here in the booth.
Affects us too. A long look in and Jorge will step off. Maddox asking for time. And now set to go. He'll try it again. And it's slapped on the ground to short. Wilson's there. He'll glove it. He'll throw to first. And that's the inning. Perez was playing Maddox to pull. It took him a little longer to get to second to cover. So Wilson, the long throw across and right on the money there. 1 run to tie it on Chavez homer. 2 hits, 1 left. We'll go to the home third. It's a 1-1 game.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree, which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Wednesdays are the worst. I've got to get the kids to school in time to get to work, then it's just one long day of meetings. But hey, at least I don't have to worry about making dinner.
Kids eat free with People's Bank. Save money at every Wednesday home game.
So now when the Revs are in town, I just pull into a People's Bank, pick up that week's coupon, and dinner is done. Revolution Wednesdays? Awesome. Revolution!
Thanks to People's Bank, kids eat free at every Wednesday home game. No need to be a People's Bank customer. Just pick up your coupon at any People's Bank branch and do dinner at PeoplesBank Park. 1 coupon per child per game.
Listen up, people.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
He's a professional. And I did tweet out on 4th and 19, go blue. Irvin took a picture of me in the NFL game day morning meeting room celebrating, and I stupidly looked at his phone and did it. And he tweets it out what Rich Eisen was like when he thought You Miss Football won. I can't show you what it was like when they did not win. Do friends do that to friends? No.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Tied at 1, Jason Repko will lead off the bottom of the third and takes a strike from Kyle Simon, who really pounded him with sinkers in the first inning on the strikeout. Now the 0-1, and that's down and away. Second time through the order now, beginning at the top.
We'll see if Simon starts breaking out the fastball more this time through.
And a swing and a jammer grounded to third base. Rosa with it, fires to first. He threw it away toward the Revs bullpen. It bounces off the wall. Repko will get back on safely at first. Skelton backing up. The catcher hustled to get to first base, sensing that Repko had made just a slight flinch towards second, but He wasn't far away and able to get back on quickly. Now a throwing error on Rosa. And the Revs will try to capitalize with the leadoff man on. Here's Isaiah Tejeda, who doubled in left center in the first inning and scored York's run. Simon with the pitch. A slider bends in for a called strike. He left a sinker up that Tejeda hit for the double in the first. Now the 0-1 and a slider down low. Now he starts him with the break on each of the first two pitches this time. Now the stretch and the 1-1 swung on, bounced foul, third base side. Simon went to the University of Arizona. Mentioned a fourth-round pick of the Orioles in 2011. He was then acquired by the Phillies when they traded Jim Thome to Baltimore during the 2012 season. Now a quick turn and a throw to first, and Repko saw it coming. He's back standing. Simon at AAA for 10 games in the Phillies system 2 years ago. Pitch to Tejeda is chopped left side. Another chance for Rosa. Throws to second for one, and they'll complete the around the horn double play on one big hop. And right to Rosa, who's got some redemption. He starts the 5-4-3, and the base is empty with 2 outs.
Reminiscent of Tejeda's at-bat, his second time up yesterday. Another sort of Baltimore chop, very, very high and strong enough to split the third baseman and shortstop. Not enough power on that bounce this time around, and it just goes for the double play.
And 2 down, here's Andres Perez. First pitch hook is in tight, nearly clipped his jersey. With Lancaster last year, Simon made 1 start. 27 appearances in relief. He was 4-0. ERA of 3.16. Pitch to Dre is swung on and chipped foul on the ground. Polo will make a play on that one. One ball, 1 strike.
Looking at his picture with the Phillies. What, he's got Groucho Marx glasses on or something?
It's a ball low, 2-1.
Very bushy eyebrows, very bushy mustache.
Looks like goatee now from here. The 2-1 and a swing and a miss, or maybe beard from here. Looking through that net. Yeah, a few years back, mustache.
Very well-defined facial hair features.
It's the 2-2, and a swing and a jammer, fisted to left and a base hit. Perez will muscle it in, out of the reach of Chavez from short, ranging out. And Perez, right off the handle of the bat, comes up with a 2-out hit. Now the Revs with their 4th hit here early tonight. 1-1 game in the 3rd.
I'm sure a few times up from now, Perez is going to hit one right on the screws, and it's going to be right to somebody.
Yeah.
These things have a way of evening themselves out.
Here's Talvin Nash, and a strike called. They wanted it in. Simon missed his spot away, but had the plate. If you ask the players involved, though, they don't think those even out. 0-1, and a ground ball left side, and that's a base hit. Rosa from third dove for it. It got by. Nash with a ground single, and some 2-out noise. First and second for Joel Guzman.
Well, things aren't even for Nash right now. They're off the scales. This guy just loves hitting in this ballpark.
2 for 2 tonight. And at home now, 16 for 40 for the season. Comes out to 400 here in his home park. Tied at 1. Guzman will dig in. He grounded to third base in the first. And trying to get off the schneid here himself. First pitch is fouled straight back. Up a little bit from Simon, but I think that was a true fastball in there a little harder at 88. He's at 46 pitches, about 10 lower or thereabouts from where Jorge is through 3. Pitch to Guzman is grounded, foul down the line at third base. 0-2. Big double play from Simon earlier in the inning after a leadoff error. The Revs trying to do it all here with 2 outs. The right-hander grabs some rosin and looks in. He comes set at the belt. The 0-2 and a fastball outside. Set up off the plate, and that's exactly where it was. 1-2. Very pleasant evening, mostly clear tonight. Pitch to Guzman, and it sinks right out of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lights about halfway on with sunlight still out. On the stretch, and the 2-2. Strike 3 called. Guzman pointing at where he thought it was. Simon started it away and tailed it back. And whether it actually had the zone or not, Tyler Thurman thought it did. Guzman thought otherwise, enough to stand there and have a few words anyway. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. A 1-1 game. Will DeBoer with the call as we head to the 4th.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
What's more fun and exciting than playing Pennsylvania Millions with top prizes of $1 million? Winning on the spot.
Woohoo! I won!
So if you can't wait to win, then don't wait to play. Pennsylvania Millions from the Pennsylvania Lottery for a chance to win up to $1 million on the spot. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Keep on scratching. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Eric Hosmer's got nothing on this. Mad Dash Grilled Cheese is comfort food at its finest. Mad Dash is Central PA's favorite artisan grilled cheese truck, bringing you creative concoctions with the freshest and most flavorful ingredients. Available for food truck festivals, weddings, corporate, and private caterings. Find Mad Dash this year along the third base line at PeoplesBank Park for all York Revolution home games. Call 717-574-5168 or visit online at mad-grilledcheese.com. Mad Dash Artisan Grilled Cheese. Welcome home.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the 4th from PeoplesBank Park. Revs and Bees knotted at 1 apiece, and the first pitch from Jorge Martinez, a big hack and a miss for strike 1 from John Griffin. Griffin a fly out to right field his first time up. And 33 steps in to face his 33 counterpart. Martinez into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball, just a shade inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Picture perfect night here in South Central PA, about what you'd expect for college graduation and a couple weeks out from the high school graduation. The 1-1. A little tapper, but foul down the third baseline. Scooped up by Daisuke Yoshida. Typical Lancaster coach. Made the drive off U.S. Route 30 after his team's morning game to come here with the Bees today. Craig Maddox, usually the third base coach, but he is playing today. 1-2 pitch, and there's a breaking ball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Yoshida, for a third time, is going to step over and try and soft toss to a young fan who, on the third time's the charm, is going to catch that ball. Don't lose it. 2-2. Coming inside with a fastball. The fans disagree. And the count goes full.
Revs dugout, too.
Tyler Thurman's been all over the place tonight with his zone. Like those clay pigeons, you just got to anticipate where it could possibly be and aim your darndest and hope the ball gets there in time. Griffin calling time once again. He will step in. Now Martinez takes a breath. The high leg kick and the payoff pitch is low for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for John Griffin, and the Bees have the go-ahead man aboard in the 4th inning.
That after the Revs thought they had him struck out.
So now Jonathan Roof, who himself was robbed of extra bases in the top of the 2nd inning by Jason Repko. Where have we heard that before? Short lead for the big oak tree Griffin on first base as Martinez misses high for ball 1. You look at Griffin and you don't automatically think base stealer, and you would be correct. The most he's ever had in his career, 4 for Missoula in the Rookie Pioneer League back in 2011. And there's a strike on the inside corner, 1-1 the count to Roof. Also 4 stolen bases for the Long Island Ducks last year. His lead still short, but Nash holding him on. The stretch and the 1-1 pitch from Martinez below the knees, 2 balls and 1 strike. Roof, the native of Paducah, Kentucky, standing in, batted at a 90-degree angle, slightly open stance. Martinez the 2-1, and there's a bouncer through the hole left side for a base hit. Roof saw the hole, and he capitalized on the hole, and the first 2 men are aboard for New Britain here in the 4th, trying to break this 1-1 deadlock. That will bring the right fielder and the left-hander, Kevin Rivers, to the dish. Rivers, 6 for his last 6 in terms of reaching base. He singled back in the 2nd inning. Only time he has not gotten on in this series when he was a pinch hitter in the top of the 8th of the Tuesday night game. And he lifts this one out into left center field, but playable. Rocket shading to his left. Makes the one-handed catch for the first out. Throws over to third base, and Griffin's not going to try it. Runners stay put, and it's 1 away.
And they finally got him out.
No time for Martinez to rest on his laurels. He's got Jones coming up now, and the man who took him deep waiting in the wings on the on-deck circle. Versus John Jones, who is the Little Caesars Pizza and Breadsticks K-Man tonight. Although by that logic, he should be the K-Man man. Martinez's first pitch. Popped him up, very shallow center, sprinting in is Simmons, gets to it, slows to a jog to make the catch, 2 away. Well, it's not pizza, but Jones is the out man in this inning. Now I keep thinking, Del, you might be old enough for this. You remember when All That was on TV back in the 90s?
I do. I remember a ton of terrible Nickelodeon shows back in the 90s.
Well, one of them was All That, and Cal Mitchell had that character. He was Repairman, man. Apparently Mike Ilitch, who owns Little Caesars, was a big fan of that show, and I won't judge Mr. Illich's television character based on that, as Chavez takes a strike, 0-1. I too liked that show when it was on.
I was more of a Guts guy.
Oh.
Legends of the Hidden Temple myself.
Legends of the Hidden Temple was one of the best game shows out there. As Chavez chops one towards the middle of the infield. Backhanded by Wilson. A quick move over to first base is in time. Side retired. So things getting hairy for Jorge Martinez to start things off in the fourth, but he battles through it. For the Bees, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. Middle of the fourth, it's York 1 and New Britain 1 on Revs Radio WOYK.
Come and celebrate 10 years of York Revolution baseball with the Celebrate York Series presented by Memorial Hospital. The series honors significant contributions from York, Pennsylvania's most notable events and favorite citizens with giveaways every Friday night home game. The series continues on Friday, May 13th with a Marquis de Lafayette bobblehead giveaway. Visit YorkRevolution.com for more details. It's the Celebrate York Series, proudly presented by Memorial Hospital for the York Revolution's 10th anniversary season.
Come on, Colin Cowherd.
Is an actor bad if he has a bad movie? Remember the movie Tom Hanks had with Julia Roberts about 4 years ago? Was he suddenly a bad actor? Nah, he got a shaky script. But I just watched Bridge of Spies this weekend with Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is back. Why? Because he had Steven Spielberg directing. Right now, Andrew Luck doesn't have a very good script to work with.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Weekdays at 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Hey, sports fans, great news. Now you can listen to Sports Radio 1350 anywhere with the new WOYK mobile apps. Stranded in Siberia? No problem. Kidnapped by wolves? It's not as bad as you may think. Wherever you are, WOYK is with you on the brand new mobile apps. York's only local sports station just went mobile and global. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the fourth inning. It is Revs 1 and Bees 1 as Darrell has gotten a bit of ham sandwich about him right now, and that looks awfully good.
Couple of them.
I know it's good because I've had all 3 varieties during the pregame. Did you get to have the tuna salad?
Not yet. It's my evening is just getting started, so we'll see where the next couple of innings take me.
Oh boy, he's having some fun now. Revs looking to have fun against Kyle Simon. They'll send Pounds, Simmons, and Wilson to the plate to try and restart their fun. They took a lead in the bottom of the first inning and gave it up in the top of the third. It's a combined 5 leads now that the Revs have surrendered over the past game and a half. And Simon's first pitch to Brian Pounds is up and in. Makes him practice limbo for ball 1. I made mention of the Legends of the Hidden Temple before we went into the break in the last half inning, and oh my gosh, if the inning hadn't stopped us, we may still be talking about it. As Pounds takes up and in on the corner for called strike 1.
So we're going to make sure that we do.
Yes. That was, of all the game shows that Nickelodeon had in the 90s, and they had a lot of them, that one was my favorite. As the 1-1 from Simon is taken right down George Street for strike 2.
Hosted by the great Kirk Fogg.
Complete with that.
Wonder what he's up to now.
Well, he's going to be in the TV movie. Did you see? They're making a TV movie of Legends. 1-2 pitch is chopped foul down the third base line. Polo's got it. We'll see if that young fan from Dallastown catches it without incident, and her daddy catches it this time.
It's not a musical, is it?
I don't think so. I think it's just a regular TV movie. And the 1-2 pitch is ripped, but foul down the third base line. Nice kick save and a beauty by one of the bullpen men for New Britain. That was Brandon Fry showing off his soccer skills. I think what made Legends so great was the fact that it was so hard to win. As the 1-2 comes in, bouncing ball left side, long run for Chavez. He backhands it, long throw to first is in time, 1 away. Nice play there by Brandon Chavez, who's having a heck of a series in the field and at the dish.
Well, it was also frustrating to sit there and watch the participants fail miserably. We could sit there and see where all of the pennants or whatever. They were trying to where those were, but they were oblivious.
Most of the time it was in the shrine of the Silver Monkey as Simmons waves and whips a sinker for strike one. You know, my sister and I looked it up at one point. There were 120 episodes of that show. Only 30 or so times did they actually win the grand prize as Simmons takes low and away for ball one. So
Which was what?
Usually it was a trip to space camp.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But you think about that. All the game shows nowadays, they're so easy to win. I could win it in my sleep. If I was sleeping in a hospital bed. Slow bouncer over to second base. Roof scoops, throws to first in time. 2 away. But no, it took some real skill so that when you actually saw a winner on that show, it was thrilling.
That's right. And they certainly had to earn their trip to the well, they had to use their brains and their brawn in order to win.
And their wits too when they come across those creepy temple guards. I swear to you that 83% of kids our age, Daryl, learned to swear by watching that show and seeing the temple guards pop out as Josh Wilson takes one at the letters for strike one. It'll be interesting to see how they incorporate that into the movie, because the implication was that these temple guards are here to kill you. 0-1, right down George Street, called strike two.
I have been called a geek for this conversation.
Hey, man, geeks rule the world. The 0-2 from Simon is low and away for ball one. Which was your favorite team?
I was Team Olmec.
You were Team Olmec. I've been told that you have an impersonation of him as the 1-2 pitch comes and it's chipped away by Wilson. He stays alive, which means we get to hear you.
No, I really don't.
Oh.
I really don't.
Okay. I always liked the Purple Parrots in terms of the 6 teams that tried to win, and of course they were the ones that would lose most often. You know how to pick the winners in golf. That's what they said about me. As Wilson is jammed inside, it's a slow roller over to Polo, who will take it up and toss it to a young group of fans in some bright red shirts. Red Jaguars, perhaps.
Perhaps, Will. I was Team Aggro Crag, too.
Oh.
I'm just a hater.
Man, now we're gonna... Wait, you rooted for that giant mountain in guts? As a fastball takes the guts out of Josh Wilson, who takes on the outside corner for strike three. We're going to talk about your obsession with the man here when we come back. Revs go down in order. End of the fourth, your score: York 1, New Britain 1 on Revs Radio, WOYK.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Pain doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
We come back for the top of the fifth inning from PeoplesBank Park. Aggro Crag not included. Although that'd be quite the thing to put beyond the center field gate. Revs won and Bees won, as one of these teams is trying to take home not a piece of the glowing rock, but the series. Revs won the first game, Bees won the second. This is the rubber match here. Jorge Martinez on the hill again to face the top of the order. James Skelton getting his third look at Jorge, and he watches a fastball clip the outside corner for strike one. Skelton got on base with a walk in the first. After 9 pitches, later flew out to left, and he watches one sail outside for ball one. Yes, Skelton, the league leader in all things getting on base. 554 OBP coming into this one. The 1-1 swats it foul and out of play, out towards the Arch Street Eats section without incident that time. So the folks at Mad Dash, that window insurance they got the other night was all for nothing, at least for now. Skelton puts the bat on the shoulder, and now he's ready. Martinez into the windup with a 1-2. And he makes some jitterbug there in the box. Skelton trots away from it, unhurt and undaunted. He'll face a 2-2 pitch next. Nice Thursday night crowd on hand. Hopefully the weather is this night nice for tomorrow night when we give away the Marquis de Lafayette bobblehead. We can thank Memorial Hospital for that. Martinez looking outside corner and missed, and the count goes full once again against Skelton. York 1 run on 5 hits and no errors. New Britain 1 run, 4 hits and 1 error. Bees have had men on base in all 4 innings so far tonight. As Skelton bounces it foul down the first base line. He'll do it again.
Whoever's coaching first for New Britain just made an error.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Getting some grief from the Revs dugout naturally.
I wouldn't expect anything less. 7th pitch coming from Martinez, and there's another bouncer and foul, and this one between the wickets of one of our bullpen pitchers over there for the Revs. They went 5-hole on him.
Our man coaching first wanted no part of that. Saw it coming his way again and backed up before anybody could notice.
Martinez looking for the punch out, the payoff pitch. Just tipped skin of the teeth of the bat by Skelton, and it comes up and hits Tejeda, and he's going to walk around. Catcher's taken an awful amount of abuse behind there, and that's just part of the game for Isaias.
Now he can only protect so much. I think that one got him on the right toe. That really hurts. One of the reasons I stopped catching in Little League was my feet got too big and the shin guard would no longer protect. Took a foul tip off the toe. About time to go play a different position.
You could have been the man to fashion iron shoes as a catcher. And what, do you give it up? Inside once again, ball 4. Skelton helicopters the bat over towards the on-deck circle, and he has himself another long walk. 9 pitches again. So all in all, James Skelton has seen 21 pitches tonight. He's gone on base 2 out of 3 times because of it.
Probably be in that leadoff role for a while, I would think.
Skelton increasing his league lead in walks, and there's a bunt attempt shown by Greg Olson, and he bunts it foul. 19th walk for James Skelton. Billy Bean would be tripping over himself if he was here right now. Golson struck out his last time up. Before that, a pop out to short. As Martinez with a, well, you can only describe that as a lob over to first base.
Definitely wants to keep tabs on him here. Leadoff man on in a tie game, and he's got speed.
There's the pitch, another bunt attempt, another one that goes foul. So Golson has failed twice to get the bunt down. Almost certainly allowed the hit sign on with 2 strikes, nobody out in the top of the 5th, and this game tied 1 apiece.
Revs have Mariel Checo getting ready with Jorge at 81 pitches. I wonder if, seeing what happened in the middle innings with McClendon last night, maybe they'll go to the bullpen earlier. They kind of thought maybe he ran out of gas a bit.
0-2, a wave and a whiff. Had a breaking ball outside. Golson goes fishing, and he comes up with a tin can. Second strikeout of Golson, and for Martinez, it's number 1, 2, 3. 3 punch-outs for the man from Cuba. And it's 1 away in the top of the 5th. And Darryl, you're right, this is the exact moment yesterday when McClendon got the hook.
And I was impressed the first couple weeks of how quickly starting pitchers did get built up. And I don't know if maybe they're thinking it was too much too soon.
First pitch to Jovan Rosa is a fastball right down George Street for called strike 1. Rosa 1 for 2, a single back in the 3rd inning. Now the 0-1, and there's a rope up the middle, nearly decapitates Martinez. It's into center for a base hit.
Enough of those in this series. Fortunately, he had time to see it off the bat and duck, but it's another one right at the dome. And it even had some top spin on it. It looked like it had a magnet with his name on it.
Someone will have to check that because I know the magnet ball was outlawed back in the 20s. Magnet Ball Lane. I think he played for the St. Louis Browns. There's a strike, 0-1 to Craig Maddox. Maddox 0 for 2 today. He bats with a chance for New Britain to take the lead. It's Skelton on second, Rose on first with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Martinez's offering is looped foul off of the netting, but not disturbing a couple of the pigeons that have perched themselves on the wire that holds the net up.
Unlike when Cannonball Charlie did his thing before the game tonight.
Oh, those pigeons couldn't get out fast enough. They haven't been that scared in the ballpark since Randy Johnson was still playing.
Too soon?
Always. A pigeon never forgets.
For them.
It really doesn't have anything else to do to forget. 0-2 pitch, a little warm burner over to short. This could be 2. Wilson to flip over to Perez for 1. The throw across to first is in time. Double play. 6-4-3 meet Martinez. Martinez, meet your new best friend. Wilson to Perez to Nash, the inning-ending combination. Bees threaten, but cannot convert. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Middle of the 5th, your score, York 1, New Britain 1, here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at your Sure Save neighborhood markets. Use your gold card every time you shop and you automatically receive savings and rewards. And get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Saubel's Markets, Wetzel's Market, and also at Nell's Market Fresh Foods. Always a hit and always great savings.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Hate to cut you off, Slowham, but we got baseball to play. Bottom of the 5th inning as Michael Rocket fouls the first pitch, backing out of play. 0-1. As we're in the bottom of the 5th, Revs and Bees knotted up at 1 apiece. 5 hits for each side as well. Eric Simon missing outside for ball 1. Kyle Simon, rather. I don't know who Eric Simon is, but he's not the pitcher. 1-1. Wave and a whiff at a slider coming inside, and it's strike 2. Simon's been keeping that ball low, and he's kept the Revs out of the bleachers. 1-2 pitch, little broken bat, slow roller down first base side. Taking himself is Griffin, and he reaches out and tags Rocket as he passes by. U3 on your scorecard, and it's the first out of the inning. That broken bat once again brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've had quite a bit of lawn to care for tonight. 3 broken bats. That flips the order, and Jason Rep goes up for the 3rd time tonight. Strikeout and reaching on an error his first 2 trips, and he watches a slow ball right across the plate for strike 1. 78. Simon took a little something extra off of that one, and he brings it with an 87-mile-an-hour fastball, and it misses outside for 1-1. When you're throwing slow, even the slower a fastball starts to look fast. And there's another one at 87, pinpoint accuracy on the outside corner for strike 2. Simon working as quick as that wind that's blowing out from right field. 1-2 pitch jammed him in, and it's a tapper foul towards the railing of the New Britain dugout. Just a gentle breeze, a warm spring breeze that poets write much about, and that Allstate has co-opted to sell insurance. 1-2 is topped over to shortstop, taking on about 5 hops as Chavez. An easy throw over to first base in time. 2 away. I suppose now we can pause 10 seconds for station ID here on Revs Radio WOYK.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
So with 2 down in the bottom of the 5th inning, Revs and Bees tied at 1 apiece. Isaiah Tejeda comes to bat. Tejeda, just noticed this, wearing number 6 on his back tonight instead of 16. And he watches a sinker at the knees for called strike 1. Well, Mark Mason's got a different uniform number tonight, 30. So does Tejeda, as they're going to auction these off. PSECU for the Children's Miracle Network. 0-1, low and away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Now this game certainly looking much more like the game we had on Tuesday. Low scoring and clean as a whistle and rather quick. 1-1. Takes it low for ball 2. Isaiah with that double and a run back in the first inning now on a 6-game hitting streak. And he watches an off-speed pitch, just miss outside, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Good hitters count coming up for Tejeda. I know the Revs need base runners, but I would have the green light to swing away right here. 3-1 pitch, and he takes all the way and shows what I know. It's outside for ball 4. So Simon, who had retired 6 in a row up to that point, can't get Tejeda to go back to the dugout just yet. Now Andres Perez will come up. Try and continue this rally for the Revs, trying to break a 1-1 deadlock in the bottom of the 5th. Dre 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single on his ledger. From the stretch, jammed him inside, and Dre fouls it off the hands, strike 1. Perez now 4 home runs shy of Chris Nowak's club record of 59 in a career. He sure likes hitting them here at PeoplesBank Park. All 3 of his home runs this year have come in the friendly confines. Slider misses outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tejeda over on first. Wouldn't expect him to run with 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch, and there's a high chopping ground ball, but foul down the third base line. Woke up Rosa if he was snoozing off back there. Had to flail for it, but to no avail as it was going foul anyway. The left-hander Jarrett Leverett warming up in the bullpen for New Britain as we speak. This next pitch will be number 83 from the right arm of Kyle Simon. And the 1-2 pitch, high and outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Twilight starting to descend here in South Central PA. Those lights are going to come in an awful amount of handy over the next couple of innings as Perez calls time. Deuce is wild right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Revs trying to break this 1-1 deadlock. Simon from the stretch. It's a wave and a whiff. Had a fastball at 85 miles an hour, and it's strike 3, side retired. 2-out walk for Tejeda goes nowhere for the Revs. No runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left on. End of the 5th, we're tied 1 apiece here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
And here we go, folks. She steps up to the box. This is a real pressure situation. 2 kids tugging at her blouse, a long line of customers, and only 30 minutes to get in, get a dozen Maple Donuts, and get to the party.
Oh, boy, look at the time.
One of Charlie Donuts All-Stars winds up, and here's the pitch.
Welcome to Maple Donuts. Can I help you?
Yes. No. I'm sorry. I'm not quite ready.
Oh, she steps out. The pressure may be too much, folks. No, wait, what's this? A meeting at the plate?
Okay, Mommy needs to order our Maple Donuts now. Can you 2 be good, please?
And she steps back up to the box.
All ready now?
I am.
She's swinging for the fences.
I'll have 4 glazed, 3 vanilla sprinkles, 3 chocolate icing, 2 jelly filled, and 1 chocolate peanut covered.
Wow, that was Major League. She read every stitch of that fastball and knocked it clean out of the park.
Enjoy your Maple Donuts.
Oh, we will. Okay, kids, let's go. Let's get these Maple Donuts to the party.
There you have it, folks. Maple Donuts, 58 varieties. Ready whenever you need to step up to the plate.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Well, I finally did it. I took my dad's advice and joined his credit union.
Which one?
PSECU. I'm eligible because my dad's a member, but I joined through work.
Really? I thought you had to work for the state.
A lot of people think that, but there are lots of ways to be eligible.
I'm not really thrilled with my bank and all their fees. I need to check them out.
Definitely. It's worth the switch.
PSCCU is the credit union for you. Find your way at psccu.com/join. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we're back to the top of the 6th inning. Mario Checo now the man on the hill for the York Revolution. 1-1 game as the Bees will send up Griffin, Roof, and Rivers. We have a couple of other defensive changes to report. Michael Rocket now playing shortstop. Isaiah Tejeda takes Rocket's place out in left, and Keith Castillo is catching. So Castillo is replacing Josh Wilson in batting order, batting 8th. Castillo, the 8th batter and the catcher, as we begin the top of the 6th inning. Not quite sure why Josh Wilson has been taken out.
Yeah, I know to end the top of the 4th, he made a fine play reaching down. Hopefully he didn't feel anything there. He started the double play to end last inning.
Mariel Checo's first pitch, a high-octane fastball, and Griffin goes all tomahawk on it for strike 1. Checo making appearance number 5 for the Revolution this year, his first since Sunday. An unearned run in 1 inning at Southern Maryland, and there's a wave and whiff. A 94-mile-an-hour fastball right down the heart for strike 2.
It's nice to see him here at home. You can see the radar gun.
Feels like it's been a while since we've seen him at home. Mariel into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball, got him looking. Frozen with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and this crowd might want to take those jackets off because they're going to have some heat coming up.
Well, he can he can mow through hitters that quickly, and he often does it with just the heat.
Jonathan Roof gets a piece of that heat and pops it sky high to the right side of the infield. It is Perez, the second baseman, making a one-handed catch, and it's 2 away.
Now, Checo got back on the mound Sunday at Southern Maryland, looked pretty good. He'd been shut down for basically missed a start, although I think they would like to have him in the bullpen because of this stuff. Bring him out as a 1-inning guy, maybe even a late-inning guy. We'll see.
Kevin Rivers up now. He's 1 for 2 today, and he takes the low one in at 93 miles an hour for ball 1. That's the thing for a club like the Revs. You always want to have the next man up. Mike DeMark has been pitching well. He leads the league in saves with 7. 1-0 is low for ball 2. But relief pitchers are, as much as anything, the revolving door position in the major leagues and in the high affiliated ball. So if DeMark gets a look, Checo may be the next guy up. There's a fastball, caught the outer block for strike 1. Rivers trying to start himself a new on-base streak as the 2-1 pitch comes in, popped up over our heads in the booth, and out towards the parking lot. Rivers stretches the left arm above his head. He'll face a 2-2 pitch from Mariel Checo. Checo shakes off Castillo once, twice. Now he likes the sign. The windup in the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball cruising down George Street. 2 punch-outs for Checo in his first inning of work. Bees go down in order. Middle of the 6th, your score. York 1 and New Britain 1 here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
Wednesdays are the worst. I've got to get the kids to school on time, to get to work, then it's just one long day of meetings. But hey, at least I don't have to worry about making dinner.
Kids eat free with PeoplesBank. Save money at every Wednesday home game.
So now when the Revs are in town, I just pull into a PeoplesBank, pick up that week's coupon, and dinner is done. Revolution Wednesdays? Awesome. Revolution!
Thanks to PeoplesBank, kids eat free at every Wednesday home game. No need to be a PeoplesBank customer. Just pick up your coupon at any PeoplesBank branch and do dinner at PeoplesBank Park. 1 coupon per child per game.
Hey, sports fans, great news. Now you can listen to Sports Radio 1350 anywhere with the new WOYK mobile apps. Stranded in Siberia? No problem. Kidnapped by wolves? It's not as bad as you may think. Wherever you are, WOIK is with you on the brand new mobile apps. York's only local sports station just went mobile and global. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Listen up, people. This is the Rich Eisen Show.
He's a professional.
And I did tweet out on 4th and 19, go blue. Irvin took a picture of me in the NFL Game Day morning meeting room celebrating, and I stupidly looked at his phone and did it. And he tweets it out what Rich Eisen was like when he thought You Miss Football won. I can't show you what it was like when they did not win. Do friends do that to friends?
No. The Rich Eisen Show.
Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Back to the bottom of the 6th inning here at PeoplesBank Park, but Kyle Simon is not back with us. The new pitcher on this pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. It's the left-hander Jarrett Leverett for New Britain. So both starters out after 5 rather solid innings of work. Neither will factor into the decision. So Leverett, the lefty, is going to get all righties to work with for the first 3. It's Nash, Guzman, and Pounds. Starting with Telvin Nash, who's 2 for 2 today after extending his home hitting streak to 11. And there's a ball that travels in to the inner half of the plate for strike 1. Simon exiting after 84 pitches. 5 hits, 1 run, it was earned. The 0-1, Telvin tries to hold, but Tyler Thurman rings him up. He went around for strike 2. We've got 1 walk, 1 hit batsman, and 5 strikeouts for Kyle Simon. Similar numbers to what Jorge Martinez had in his 5 innings of work. Both pitcher and hitter digging in here. Nash ready. So is Leverett. Gets his sign from Skelton. And the 0-2 pitch. Low and outside, and Nash holding up on a ball that he usually goes chasing on. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Leverett, this is appearance number 4 on the season. 0-1, .337 ERA. Pitching for the first time since May 5th, a week ago against Sugar Land. Took a loss in that game as he misses low and in. Ball 2 to Nash. 2 innings, a run. It was earned on 3 hits. Now 27-year-old from Eatonton, Georgia, stands in with a 2-2 pitch to Nash. And the big boy rips it out into center field. Jones going back in front of the warning track. Makes the catch at the chest, 1 away. Nash gave it a ride, but to the deepest part of the ballpark. And that's the first out of the inning. Now it is Joel Guzman. 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out on his record today. By the way, that Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run hitting contest. If Nash does homer today, a lucky fan by the name of John Stewart is going to take home a weather gauge as Guzman pops this one out foul and out of play towards the picnic pavilion. That's going to a fan from Windsor. Yes, John Stewart is a listener here to Revs Radio. Hi, John. 0-1 pitch from Leverett. Jammed him in, about the same spot. Guzman fouls it to the same spot, and it's 0-2. Joel looking to restart the magic that saw him hit safely in all 8 games of the opening homestand. 0-2. Missed above the letters, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Revs trying to break a 1-1 deadlock. It's been tied since the 3rd inning when New Britain scored its 1 run. York plating its run in the bottom of the 1st. 1-2 is lined out into right field, but it hangs up for Rivers, who slides to meet it and make the catch 2 away. Well, even when Guzman's finding the good spots, there is a glove. A nice catch by Rivers, doing his best Jason Repko impersonation. That's the second out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Brian Pounds up now, walking a ground out. Fastball, outside corner, strike 1. Revs looking for the home series win. They have not lost a series at home yet this year, as Pounds takes same spot, outside corner for strike 2. They split a 4-gamer with the Skeeters to open up and swept the Bridgeport Bluefish away during the first week of this month. 0-2 from Leverett, breaking ball, low and out. Pounds holds back, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Some claps from the crowd. Some gentle encouragement to Pounds to try and get on base. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball, tick outside, around the same spot as those first 2 strikes, but Tyler Thurmond says no. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Leverett with the pitch, skips it. 58 mile an hour, or 58-foot fastball at 90 miles an hour. If it's a 58 mile an hour pitch, well, give it a ticket for going too slow. This is the fast lane after all. Payoff pitch coming, and there's a ground ball shot through the hole left side, base hit for Bryan. Pounds extends the inning and will bring up James Simmons. Short lead now for Pounds. Leverett worked from the stretch, no, with a big leg kick this time, and a breaking ball outside black for strike 1. Pounds dancing off of his bag. Simmons, about as much of a square stance as you'd see on this team. 0-1, went fishing on a breaking ball, and it's strike 2. Keith Castillo waiting in the wings. He'll try and get his first plate appearance of the night with a couple of men on. That's the only way he's going to get it in this inning. 0-2 from Leverett. Golfed foul and out of play, out towards the picnic pavilion and above our PeoplesBank Kids Eat Free sign. That was yesterday, so if you're anxious to come out and have your kids eat for free at PeoplesBank Park, you'll have to wait until Wednesday, May 20-something. 0-2 coming up and in. Simmons tries to hold his swing, and Brian Child says he did. That exact date is May 25th, as the Revs are on the road at Lancaster next Wednesday.
The kids will still be your problem. We don't provide babysitting.
Oh, hi, Daryl. You've been sitting there the whole time?
Just got back.
There goes Pounds. The 1-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with an 89 mile an hour fastball. Simmons can't hold up. It's high, and that will retire the side. So, 2-out single for Pounds, and it goes nowhere. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. End of the 6th, a very quick game thus far at PeoplesBank Park. It's Revs 1 and Bees 1. Daryl Henry will take you home here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
Let's go!
The NFL has a policy here. Johnny Unitas was going to be honored by Peyton Manning. He was going to wear high-top black shoes. The NFL said, no, you couldn't do it. Pat Tillman was going to be honored by Jake Plummer, and the NFL said, no, you can't. Craig Ironhead Hayward's son was going to honor him with eye blank. D'Angelo Williams, whose mother died of breast cancer in 2014, he wanted to honor her the entire season. The NFL said no. This was explained to me by the NFL years ago, that if we allow this for Peyton Manning with Johnny Unitas, which seems like a no-brainer, then what happens if you get Jimmy Lipper, who wants to honor his coach, and he's going to wear something? That's where the NFL, you may not like it, but it makes sense that you just say, no, we're not going to allow it. We can't allow this to happen. Because then everybody would be doing it.
The Dan Patrick Show.
We are going to PAR-TY.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Need some fun with your food? Where else but Friendly's? Stop by Friendly's at 423 Loucks Road in York for great deals like 50% off breakfast Monday to Friday from 7 to 11 a.m. or one of our 5 lunch and dinner meals for $5.55, including the quarter-pound cheeseburger. Stop by after the game with your Revs game ticket and save 15%. Friendly's has got you covered with great deals all day long. Friendly's, life with extra sprinkles.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Top of the 7th, a 1-1 game. Mariel Checo will stay on. Multiple innings for the first time since his start at Somerset back on April 27th. 5 one-hit innings. And John Jones to lead off. First pitch of the 7th is over for a strike. A little bit of a delayed call. Castillo set up away. Pitch was in, but got the job done. Jones, our K-man tonight, has popped up twice. And Checo winds and fires, and a swing and a pop-up foul. And this one's straight back. 0-2.
Here's a question for you, Darryl. We were trying to figure out why Wilson had left the game. What if it wasn't that Wilson needed to come out? What if it was that Castillo needed to come in? What if Mariel Checo, who hasn't pitched in a while at home, really wanted Castillo as his catcher?
Pitch here is ripped past his feet, off the mound, and then hops into center. A base hit for Jones to start the 7th inning. Well, my fear is that Wilson had to leave, but hadn't thought of it that way. But they try to have them all catch each other on the side. But hopefully it's nothing too bad with Wilson. Didn't see anything that jumped out. But the one thing with this team, they do have versatility and they do have depth at certain positions.
Catcher's one of them, Salvador Peniagua, still on the bench tonight.
Here's Chavez, who will bunt, and Checo misses high. They're the leadoff man on in a 1-1 game here in the 7th inning. And Chavez, who handles the bat well when asked to bunt, had a sac bunt last night. That'll be his MO here. Jones, good speed on base. 1-0 squares, bunts it in the air, and this will make it back into the stands between the net and the Revs dugout. Father, who's here with a young child tonight, makes the grab on the bounce. Each team with 6 hits after that rip up the middle from Jones. Checo went 1-2-3 in the 6th with a pair of strikeouts. Now stretches. And the 1-1, he squares, bunts this one toward first. Nash is in, gloves, flips to Dre, who cuts over from second. Got the foot on the bag as he took the flip. Sacrifice is good, 3-4 on the out as Jones moves to second with 1 away. And now the top of the order and James Skelton. Checo in his 4th appearance in relief. And Paul Fletcher will spend one of the visits here and come out for a chat Mariel's got the spotlight on him here in the late innings tonight. Just like the Stage Deli has the spotlight on outstanding soups, salads, and sandwiches, or that macaroni that Will had yesterday. For daily specials, including smoothies and catering, Facebook search for Stage Deli on George, or visit them on North George Street next to the Strand Capitol Theater.
That theater was awfully busy today around lunch. There were school buses, I dare say a fleet of school buses that were there, stopping up traffic, all 9 yards. Sort of end of the year field trip.
I went on a field trip yesterday as a chaperone.
That you did. You went on a nature walk, didn't you?
I went on a nature walk.
That was pretty neat, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Nixon Park. Here's James Skelton, who's flied out and walked twice. After that lengthy mound visit, Checo the pitch. It's down and away. Now the sacrifice moved him up, and now Checo will have to deal with the go-ahead run in scoring position, needing 2 outs here in the 7th inning to keep the game tied. Well, the 1-0. And there's a strike. Hit Castillo's glove on the outer edge, right where he was set up. Ready again. And the 1-1 swung on, fouled away. Hit pretty well down the left field side, but out of play. Checo coming in, 7 innings, 1 unearned run, just 3 hits. 3 walks and 9 strikeouts. Pretty dominant numbers in 1 start, 3 outings in relief.
And he's figured it out since his first stint in the Atlantic League. 6 appearances with Long Island last year. 9.45 ERA.
Well, they set up in a look back. Pitch on the way. He missed outside. And missed his spot to the other side of the plate. 2-2. I'd rather him miss there, though, than over the plate to Skelton. You talk to people that saw Checo last year, and they say he just looks different now. He just flat out looks better, and the results, given that assessment, would be no surprise. Nods yes, comes set. And the 2-2, fastball up, and it'll go full. Still a relatively young guy, kind of an unknown, I suppose, coming into spring training, but they saw right away what they had heard during the offseason in signing him. Ton of potential for the New York City kid. He's ready, and the payoff pitch swung on, fouled off, again left side.
He's a man who knows how to perform in the spotlight. Won the Public Schools Athletic League A championship with Norman Thomas High School of Midtown Manhattan back in 2009. 14 strikeouts at Yankee Stadium. On the big stage. Prompted the Yankees to draft him in the 41st round of that year's draft.
7-inning game, too. Well, he'll try it again. He fires, and a foul, back and out of play. There's Skelton making him work, and Checo, Skelton sniffing his bat at 92 miles an hour, fouled off.
He's one of them, isn't he? He's a bat sniffer.
Apparently so. Checo continuing to pump his number 1 in there.
And for Skelton, this will be pitch number 30 of the night that he's about to see.
Wow. Now, we don't see metrics like that, but that's another reason he's at the top of their order. Another payoff pitch. Just outside. Castillo tried to frame it back. And Checo reacting, looked like he said, come on. And it's ball 4. 2 on with 1 out. And Greg Golson coming up. And now you have the force set up. The thing, though, is Checo exerted a lot of work to try to dispose of Skelton, and then he gets off the hook on a close one.
I wonder with a guy like Skelton, who has gained this reputation as a great on-base man, if he doesn't swing at the pitch, even if it's close, if it gets into the umpire's head and says, well, if he didn't swing, it must not have been a strike.
Here's Golson. First offering is in there. That's a strike. Good fastball down in the zone. Skelton's third walk tonight. Now 20 for the year. He's 0 for 1 with 3 walks. A good speed on the bases. Speed at the plate. And Checo a look back. Runners both dancing, and that'll prompt them to step off. Golson tonight, a pop-up and 2 strikeouts. Now has his sign. And the 0-1 swung on, rip foul. Down the line at third. Golson just a hair early. That was the slider. And it's 0-2. That would have done some damage had he been able to straighten it out.
The dating game music?
Apparently it's called Horns Aplenty, and the game that the control room guys play is can they get the entire thing played before they stand back in the box. In this case, no.
Not in this league.
That's why we love it. Here's the stretch. And the 0-2. Fastball down. It is fun to watch Checo because he knows what his strength is and he trusts it.
He's a confident young man of just 26 years.
Now set, a look back again, and now steps off. 1-1 game, 7th inning. Checo trying to keep it that way. 2 men on, 1 out. And he had a lengthy battle with Skelton that he was unable to finish. Golson now, the next man up there battling. 18th pitch of the inning. And here it is. Swing, and he pops him up. Nash at first is under it, hollering he's got it, and he does. Infield fly rule anyway. 2 down in the inning. Big out for Checo. Revs have now held Golson to a 3 for 26 clip here this season. What he's done against everybody else must be good. Came in hitting 268. Now here's Jovan Rosa with 2 on and 2 out. Rosa 2 for 3 tonight, 2 of their 6 hits. Checo trying to keep it tied up. And the first offering, a swing and a foul straight upstairs. And that'll come bouncing down. Jones, the go-ahead run at second, a speedster. But the outfield can't come in too far. You've got to respect Rosa's pop also. Hit a home run last night. Now the 0-1. And a fastball missed up and away.
Think about this, Darryl. Rosa, 7th highest batting average coming in the game this year for the worst team in the Atlantic League in terms of hitting average. Can you imagine how bad they would be if not for this guy?
Or how dangerous he might be if they had more men on base consistently for him. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. A fastball away. Rosa reaching. 1-2 for Checo, who does have some help loosening behind him. His total pitch count now at 30. Trying to send it to the stretch with the game still even. And ready. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him on the fastball away. And Checo digs deep and strands 2 in the 7th. 2 scoreless innings. That's his 3rd punch out. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. 7th inning stretch here at PeoplesBank Park. It's the Revs and Bees tied at 1.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Come on, Colin Cowherd.
Here's Chip Kelly talking about Tim Tebow once he released it.
I didn't feel like he was good enough to be the 3 right now.
He didn't say backup that just gets in. He's not good enough to be the 3rd string quarterback. And here's the thing. You can have him on the roster. You can't have him right behind Sam Bradford, who would pull a hammy yawning.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
What if I told you your family of 4 could have an all-inclusive outing for only $55? The York Revolution are telling you that right now. The Family Fun Pack includes 4 flexible ticket vouchers to be used whenever you'd like, 4 food vouchers for hot dogs, chips, and drinks, 2 playground wristbands, and a parking pass. Again, $55. Have more than 4 in your family? Additional tickets and food vouchers are only $10. Buy online at YorkRevolution.com, over the phone at 801-HITS, or in person at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 7th, a 1-1 game, and Keith Castillo will get his first at-bat of the night. Came in to catch in the 6th inning with the defensive maneuvering. And we'll face the lefty Jarrett Leverett. His first pitch of the inning is over for a strike. He worked a scoreless 6th. Allowed a 2-out single to Brian Pounds. Couple of hard-hit outs before that. Now the 0-1. And that's over for a strike. Up into the outer part of the zone. 0-2 on Castillo. He takes over in Josh Wilson's spot in the order. He was the position player who exited in 6th. Time asked for as Castillo backs out. On the 0-2, and that's outside. Neither team has scored since the 3rd. Revs haven't scored since the 1st. Talvin Nash, a first-inning RBI double. Brandon Chavez, a solo homer in the 3rd. Pitch to Castillo is swung on and missed. He climbs the ladder. And Leverett gets him swinging for out number 1. Both starters, Simon for New Britain, Martinez for York, 5 innings, 1 run. Castillo telling Jason Repko, who's now on deck, what he saw facing the lefty, and here's Michael Rocket. First pitch is a breaking ball. It's over for a strike. Rocket 0 for 2. A fly out and a broken bat ground out. 0-1, and that misses high and away. Leverett only in his 4th appearance, 5 1/3 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned coming in. No wins, 1 loss. And he misses outside with a curve, trying to backdoor it. 2-1. And to the plate. And a swing and a high fly ball, center field. Jones measuring it. Moving into left center, and he'll put it away. Rocket just got under. In left center and fairly deep. That was right around the barrel, just got under it by maybe a centimeter. Two down, and here's Jason Repko, who's 0 for 3. Just about nighttime here, about all dark, as Repko takes a slider strike. Still barely see the tree outlines beyond the stadium, but just about nightfall.
Ironic to call it midnight blue when it's far from midnight.
The fastball a little low. Yeah, I've always found myself getting lured into the trap of pondering that. Because at midnight, it is black, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here's a swing and a line drive, left field. Golson backing up a couple steps. He'll have room. Repko got jammed slightly and lines out to left, just short of the warning track. The 1-2-3 inning, 2 scoreless out of the bullpen for the lefty Jarrett Leverett. And this game moves to the 8th. It's a 1-1 tie.
The more we help the ones in need, the more progress our community will make.
By focusing on quality education, income opportunities, and basic health care,
all of York County can have access to the building blocks of a good quality of life.
Together we can load the bases for our community
and hit a home run.
Give generously to the 2016 United Way Community Fund.
Find out more and give now at unitedway-york.org.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Come and celebrate 10 years of York Revolution baseball with the Celebrate York Series presented by Memorial Hospital. The series honors significant contributions from York, Pennsylvania's most notable events and favorite citizens with giveaways every Friday night home game. The series continues on Friday, May 13th with a Marquis de Lafayette bobblehead giveaway. Visit YorkRevolution.com for more details. It's the Celebrate York Series, proudly presented by Memorial Hospital for the York Revolution's 10th anniversary season.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the 8th, we're tied at 1. Michael Click will take over. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Overall, it's the 10th appearance for Click, who's 1-1. They had that one game, April 31st. Dramatic pause.
April 31st?
That's not a date, is it? May 1st. No. That's why I paused.
There you go, Skippy.
Allowed 6 runs in 1 inning. And the other 8 appearances, 10 innings, 1 run. As Craig Maddox will lead off the 8th. Click out of the stretch, and his first pitch of the night is right in for a strike.
Something like that happened on a Parks and Recreation episode before. The character who doesn't like meetings has his assistant schedule him for a date that doesn't exist. She scheduled him for March 31st, which actually does exist.
Well, the 0-1, and a high fly ball toward the line and left. Tejeda, a long run toward the corner, and it lands on the Arch Street Eats landing. 0-2. I still have to go through the little jingle in my head that you learn in elementary school to remind myself.
30 days, half September, April, June, and November.
It's just the problem is this time I didn't do it,
yeah.
So.
Her problem on the show was she said 30 days, half September, April, March, and November. June and November.
Yeah, I remember the months when I do the song. There's the 0-2. And a bouncing ball toward the middle. Click let it go. Perez was playing him to pull and won't have a chance. And in hindsight, Click should have reached up. Whether he makes the play or not, who knows. But he backed away, and Perez was playing the lefty to pull, had to go too far to his right, and an off-balance throw was well laid. Infield hit. Now the leadoff man on to begin the 8th. Maddox not known for his speed. He's been a catcher during his career. Catchers might say, what do you mean by that? Here's John Griffin. And the pitch from Click is on the outside corner for a strike. So, Will, that's why I've been a day off all this time. Ever since April 31st.
Is that how you do the time warp?
That's it.
Let's do it again.
Pitch to Griffin is down and away. I always like when you're trying to type the date and you mess up, like, you know, it should be the 3rd, but you go with ST by accident. April Thirst.
Thirst. Oh, yeah, I thirst.
I've done that before. I think I caught it, but scary. The 1-1, and that misses outside.
It's a rather big plume of smoke coming out from the right field picnic pavilion, Darryl.
Yeah, should we be worried?
I would be. I'm a little more worried than usual because a couple of people around in the press box are eyeing it. Greg's got his binoculars out on it.
I see flames out near our WOYK sign in right field.
Oh, my.
Pitch here is swung on and missed. And Castillo reaching in to grip it for a potential throw, had it slip out of his hand, but Maddox is staying put.
Yeah, that's a real fire.
2-2. I assume it's contained and part of the grill and the picnic out there tonight, but does have a few people looking.
Boy, you thought yesterday things were like London.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Michael Click ramps it up to 93 and puts it right past Griffin for the first out. I think the fire has died down.
Yeah, they've gotten it.
One away. Here's Jonathan Roof, who's 1 for 3.
Yeah, there's just people playing catch out near it.
Huh. Well, that's safe. And there is quite the billowing of smoke over the field. The first pitch to Roof is just outside for ball 1, and at that moment, a ball loose from the Revs bullpen rolls in past first. But the pitch will count. 1 ball and no strikes.
That's near where I'm parked, you know, out there in the
fire?
Yeah, near the fire. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
Nah. Click ready with it. And the 1-0 to Roof. A swing and a pop-up foul. Headed out of play. First base side. This will, get on the roof and some standing water up there. Just went splattering everywhere. All the rain we've had. And a puddle up there just ended up on some unsuspecting patrons below.
We're getting all the elements here tonight. Fire out and right. Water up in the luxury suites. Earth below us, air around us.
A little wind. You're right, we do have earth.
Wind, and then fire.
Uh-oh, here's a line drive the other way. A base hit for Roof. Maddox to second. He'll stop. Rep goes on it. And New Britain with runners at first and second and 1 out here in the 8th. Now Roof with his second hit of the night. He goes oppo.
I'll bet you he's always wanted to do that for his entire life. Hit a ball onto his namesake. Then he realized that he didn't get any extra points for that, so he just sent out into right field instead.
Hit it on the roof, but foul. And now, with the go-ahead run in scoring position, they'll pinch run for Maddox. It'll be Anthony Hewitt, who possesses much more speed. He'll take over at second. Kevin Rivers, the hitter. Click facing the lefty. And the first pitch, a swing and a foul. Third base side, Rivers was late. 1-1 game, 8th inning. Rivers tonight, 1 for 3. Last night in that big performance, on base 5 times with 4 runs. And Click the stretch. The 0-1, and it's down and away. Rivers with Lancaster last season. Hit 15 home runs for the Barnstormers. Hadn't done much for New Britain until last night. A 1-1 pitch, and it just missed. Down and away, a fastball from Click.
Well, they have contained the smoke now. Makes me think that that was not an intended fire.
Little excitement here late in the evening. The 2-1 and a pop-up in the infield. It's rocketed short under it. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. Infield fly rule in effect again, but may as well catch it anyway. 2 down. So Click dodges that obstacle. And will now face John Jones, our K-man tonight, who's 1 for 3. Had the only hit off Checo in his 2 innings. Click stretching the arms out as he takes his stance on the rubber and into his stretch. First pitch to Jones, a fastball, it's a strike. Starts him off outer half. Perez started to make a break towards second to cover, but Click focused on the hitter there. Mace motioning his defense where he wants them from the dugout. And Click with the next sign. The hand set. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a rip base hit down the right field line. New Britain will take the lead. Hewitt in to score. They're going to send Roof as well. And Rupko's throw goes towards second. Jones will make it all the way to third. A 2-run triple ripped the other way, right down the line. And New Britain goes in front 3-1 here in the 8th. Nash lunging for it from first, but right along the line and out of his reach.
Well, I'm being told now by our friend Doug that it is, in fact, it was a smoky grill. And it was totally controlled and not reference fire anymore, boys.
All right.
Well, only we can prevent forest fires, and we have done so right here.
Well, here comes Mace, and he'll make a wave to the pen as Click gives up the 2-out, 2-run hit. Now New Britain in front 3-1 here in the 8th inning. A pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And Ron Scooter is coming in to face Brandon Chavez when we come back.
Wednesdays are the worst. I've got to get the kids to school in time, to get to work, then it's just one long day of meetings. But hey, at least I don't have to worry about making dinner.
Kids eat free with PeoplesBank. Save money at every Wednesday home game.
So now when the Revs are in town, I just pull into a PeoplesBank, pick up that week's coupon, and dinner is done. Revolution Wednesdays? Awesome. Revolution!
Thanks to PeoplesBank, kids eat free at every Wednesday home game. No need to be a PeoplesBank customer. Just pick up your coupon at any PeoplesBank branch and do dinner at PeoplesBank Park. One coupon per child per game.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
The Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Ron Scudder is the new pitcher for the Revs, a 3-1 lead for New Britain on the 2-run triple by John Jones. Took it the other way, right down the line. And he stands at third now. Still work to do in this inning as Scudders will face the suddenly hot Brandon Chavez, who came into last night hitting 167, but has 5 RBIs since then, including the home run in the third that tied it at 1.
Not to mention the 2-run single that gave New Britain its final lead last night against this very same Ron Scudders. Darryl, I'm surprised that we're seeing Scudders so soon after last night. I mean, he only threw 16 pitches, but the 16 pitches he threw were raked to all parts of the field by New Britain hitting.
Yeah, I think a couple of things here. It's a chance to get him back out there right away and try to put last night behind him. He's also the only lefty in the bullpen, and Chavez, I think they'd prefer him bat from the right, and then Skelton follows, and he is a lefty. Well, Scudder's back out there looking to rebound tonight. Chavez 1 for 2 with the home run in the third, a sac bunt in the 7th. And batting from the right indeed. First pitch is up high for ball 1. Scudder's no record in 7 games. 7 innings, 5 runs. 3 of those came last night. 3-run homer to Rosa. And the 1-0. And a swing and a pop-up foul back and onto the roof. Revs in the bottom of the 8th will have 2, 3, and 4 due up, so New Britain will have to get through the heart of the York lineup again. That's another reason why it's important to not hang the head on that triple and keep it close. As Chavez tires of waiting and backs out. Now the 1-0. And a fly ball right field. Repko coming in on this one over toward the line, and he'll make the 2-hand grab. So Scudders comes on, finishes the inning, retires Chavez relatively quickly on the fly out. 2 runs do score on 3 hits and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Revs trail for the first time tonight, 3-1.
Summer is about taking time for what really matters. Spending time with the family, enjoying nature's beauty, having a healthy lawn you can be proud of, plus the time to enjoy it. With Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, you get world-class environmentally responsible lawn care from a hometown team. The result is a vibrant, beautiful lawn that turns heads and boosts curb appeal. Visit us at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What if I told you your family of 4 could have an all-inclusive outing for only $55? The York Revolution are telling you that right now. The Family Fun Pack includes 4 flexible ticket vouchers to be used whenever you'd like, 4 food vouchers for hot dogs, chips, and drinks, 2 playground wristbands, and a parking pass. Again, $55. Have more than 4 in your family? Additional tickets and food vouchers are only $10. Buy online at YorkRevolution.com, over the phone at 801-HITS, or in person at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 8th, 3-1. New Britain's gone in front. Right-hander Tim Boyce is their new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. It'll only be his 4th outing as he comes in here looking to protect a sudden 2-run lead for his team. Now we'll pause here 10 seconds for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
That'll be Isaiah Tejeda, Andres Perez, and Talvin Nash. Due up here in the bottom of the 8th. Boyce in just 3 games, 3 2/3 innings, 2 runs. No record. It comes out to a 4.91 ERA for what that's worth. Very small sample size. And Tejeda looking to get on to start. First pitch is just outside. Boyce, who slings it, throws it across his body. Kind of steps at the right-handed hitter and then drags the arm across. There's the 1-0. And that's over for a strike on Tejeda, who's 1 for 2 with a double and a run, also has walked.
Boyce learned his stuff. 4 years at the University of Rhode Island in the Atlantic 10, near where he grew up in Fall River, Massachusetts.
Pitch to Tejeda, big curveball, hooks wide. Doesn't appear to throw hard, not yet from what we've seen. A lot of junk and perhaps deception.
He's got to watch that junk in the trunk, otherwise the trunk's going to catch fire.
Swing and a miss. That one at 83. It's 2-2. Wouldn't want that now, would we?
Of course not. Boyce knows all about fire. He spent 2 years with the High Desert Mavericks in the California League, back when they were the Mariners affiliate. A lot of fires out in the desert.
2-2. And a swing and a line drive. Base hit into center. Tejeda starts the 8th with another knock. Man, is he red hot.
Oh.
Scorching, you might even say.
You know, Dale, I've been meaning to work this in here since we were talking about potentially burning cars that turn out to be nothing. Speaking of hot cars, how about your York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard?
Yes.
Well, this one's final from Long Island. Ducks falling 8-1 to Somerset. Bottom of the 3rd from Sugar Land. Skeeters down 4-1 to Bridgeport. In the morning game, it's still final. 1-0 Lancaster over Southern Maryland in 12.
Well, here we have a pickoff move at first, and Tejeda hadn't even left the bag yet.
No, that's...
Bo coaching at first, telling him he can get a little lead.
That's being extra safe right there by Boyce.
Pitch to Dre, and it misses down and in. Perez tonight 1 for 3. So the part of the order that you want up there, when you need some production, it's strange. The Revs, over their last 5 games, when they've scored 7 or 8, they've lost both. Here's the pitch to Perez, and a swing and a pop-up. Had him on the front foot. Chavez from short back pedals into shallow left, and he makes the catch. 1 away. The last 5 games they have won when they've scored 3, 2, and 3. They've lost when they've scored 7 and 8. But tonight, low scoring, but trailing. Here's Talvin Nash. He will try to change that. He's got the only RBI, a first inning double. 2 for 3 in the game.
This is not what Boyce wanted, to face this man with a man on base.
First pitch, breaking ball way in. As he plopped it up there while Nash was jumping away. Well, and if you're Talbot or any right-hand hitter here, you just, as he turns and fires one to first on Tejeda, who's back easily, you just can't jump out of your shoes trying to hit it, because it's going to take a while to get up there compared to what you're used to seeing. Got to sit back, maybe take it the other way. There's the 1-0. And a big curveball swoop just inside. There's slow, big boomerang. It's 2-0. Revs trail 3-1, bottom of the 8th. 2-0 pitch, that's outside. So Nash heavily in his favor. One thing with Joel Guzman next. Boyce tries that breaking stuff. Joel's got that big wingspan and plate coverage. And New Britain will now get another reliever up behind Boyce. The 3-0. And a swing and a tap foul behind the plate. He was just a little early, and he certainly did have the green light. Still a heavy hitter's count, 3-1. And a move to first, and Tejeda back standing again. He's oddly concerned with Tejeda over at first. And it is Craig Stem who's up in the New Britain bullpen. He had the save last night. The 3-1 swing and a line drive to left field. It is off the base of the wall. Tejeda will have to stop at second, and Nash can only get a single out of that, but man, was it smoked. First and second with one out as he clobbers one on a low liner off the base of the arch nemesis. And down at first base, he looked like he was a little frustrated with himself as some backspin, and he'd have tied it, but he was all over it. And here comes pitching coach Jason Blanton, and Joel Guzman will get the next crack at it. 3 for 4 night for Talvin Nash. A double and 2 singles. Down 3-1. And Guzman is the next threat. Boyce will stay in to face him. The same thing for Guzman. You don't want him to jump out early on this slow stuff, and he knows that. Veteran hitter. But he's got such plate coverage with that big frame that Boyce makes a mistake, he could really make them pay. Even if he's a little off balance. Here we go. First offering to him, and a swing and a towering drive, but foul. And Joel making a bid at giving York a late lead. Home run distance to left, but just a sliver too soon. That went flying over the very end of Arch Street Eats. Just a long, loud strike. And the 0-1 breaking ball hovers up there, and Guzman is furious. A called strike, and he turns and barks back at Tyler Thurmond.
Yeah, that's not the first time Joel's been upset with a call tonight. Took a looking strikeout back in the third with 2 runners on. There's an outside corner according to Thurmond, outside according to Joel.
0-2, and a curveball popped up, and he'll walk very frustratedly toward first, carrying the bat. The third baseman, Rosa, makes the catch, 2 down. So the infield fly rules, so there was nowhere for him to go anywhere, or anyway. And he's just seeing red after that second strike that was called. Put him in a situation where he had to swing there. And now Jason Blanton to the mound again, and this time they'll go to Stem with Brian Pounds coming up. And they used Stem for 4 outs last night. They'll try to do it again tonight. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts as the New Britain closer comes in. Picked up his 4th save of the year in last night's game. An inning and a third, gave up 1 base hit, but got a double play to end it. In 6 games, 4 saves, he is 0-1. 7 1/3 innings, 2 runs at 246. Earned run average. On tomorrow night, the Skeeters come in at 6:30. We're on at 6:10. The Marquis de Lafayette bobblehead giveaway to the first 1,500 on our Celebrate York series presented by Memorial Hospital. Saturday night, they have the LED board advertisement right now as we speak. Corey Thurman's number retirement and a poster giveaway, and also inside the park fireworks. And then Sunday, the game at 1 o'clock to close the homestand. And the ex-Pogo guys will be performing. A lot of fun to sit and watch them in person. Tickets on sale at YorkRevolution.com, 717-801-HITS, and at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office.
As we get back to Stem here, Dale, closers aren't often called nowadays to get more than their 3 outs. Now you see Stem having to do so on consecutive nights. I mean, I can see a closer getting a 4 or a 5 out save once every couple of weeks. He's doing it in the span of 24 hours.
That is rather unconventional indeed. What'd you have on his pitch count last night?
It wasn't that high. I had 13.
Yeah. Well, the one thing, they had the benefit of seeing him last night. For Pounds, he didn't face him, but I'm sure he was watching from the dugout. And he's 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a walk. Revs trail 3-1 with 2 on, 2 out in the 8th. And the first pitch swung on, line to left center, sinking and in for a hit. And they'll stop Tejeda. Golson was on it, fires a 1-hopper to the plate, and a wise move from Polo. But Pounds greets Stem with a single to load the bases. Played on a hop by Golson in fairly shallow left. But the inning will continue for James Simmons, and now a base hit could tie it as the tying run moves to second.
That's all James needs. He doesn't need to be the big hero, crushing one over the arch nemesis. He's just got to find a hole, see the hole, hit it to the hole.
1 for 3 tonight. First pitch, a breaking ball fouled to the right of the net and back into the stands. He did not face Stem last night either. Each team with 9 hits now in this 3-1 game. Revs left them loaded 3 times last night. Pitch to Simmons is hit high in the air in center. He got under it. John Jones positioning. He'll put it away, and that's the inning. As they leave them loaded for the 4th time in the last 2 nights. First time tonight. No runs, 3 singles, and 3 men left. They'll trail 3-1 as we head now to the 9th.
Tennis used to be a very polite game. Today, tennis... Ace. Raises a racket.
Flying feet.
The style, the play, and the players are intense, athletic, and hard-charging. Flying Feet Sports Shoes welcomes the evolution of tennis and its battling players with a full line of specialty tennis shoes worthy of the new game. These aren't stand-around, look-pretty shoes. These are co-conspirators for the court. Shoes that will endure opponent after opponent, match after match. Shoes that move when and how you move and stop at your command. Shoes that fit and feel good so your feet are ready and able to play that next set. Flying Feet's team includes Prince, Wilson, and New Balance in widths that fit. And the Flying Feet staff is always on the sidelines to help you with your selection. Tennis, it's a new game. Be prepared to play it well. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, just off exit 18 of I-83, right behind Domino's in York.
Hey, Revs fans, want to get in the game? You can throw out an honorary first pitch this season by bringing a group to PeoplesBank Park. Select groups who reserve tickets in the month of May will receive the first pitch courtesy of Bell Socialization Services with support from Adhesives Research. For information, call Reed Gunderson at 717-801-4498. Celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, Bell provides housing supports and living skills training to more than 1,400 people every year here in South Central PA through its mental health, intellectual disability, and homeless service programs. Bell Socialization Services, empowering lives every day.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the ninth, Wes Alsip will be called upon here. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Top of the order for New Britain. 3-1 game it remains, and the Revs, who stranded 12 last night, including the bases loaded 3 times, have that situation bite them here tonight in the 8th.
Should we rather say sting them?
Great question, Will. Maybe.
Maybe not.
It's James Skelton to lead off, and Alsip, oh my, fastball at 97 is inside. So wake up. Skelton 0 for 1 with 3 walks. Man, that was a bullet. There's the 1-0, and Skelton backing away as he throws it. It's low at 96.
He realizes that that ball could go anywhere, and he doesn't want it in his right side. Also, that it's pretty much going anywhere but the strike zone now for Alsip.
That has been the challenge. He fires here, misses a little high. Tried to take something off to get it over. 6 outings. He's gone 5 innings, 7 walks, 5 strikeouts, 7 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. Had 1 outing where he looked like he was putting it all together, but has struggled to consistently find the plate. And the next one's inside, a 4-pitch walk.
The 4th of the game for Skelton.
Wow, yep. Not quite what Bryce Harper did earlier in the week, but 0 for 1 with 4 walks. 4 is the Revs record for most in a game by 1 batter. New Britain in their 20th game, that's probably now their record too. There's Greg Golson, who's 0 for 4 and a high pickoff throw. Nash has to leap to bring it down. Skelton's helmet came off, and Nash may have inadvertently gotten him with the elbow in back of the head. Skelton seems to be all right, but I think Nash reaching for that ball accidentally came down on him a little bit there. Alsip ready. First pitch, Skelton's running, it's low. Castillo to throw, and the tag got him! What a tag, what a throw. Castillo put it on the mark. And Perez, a lightning quick snap tag on Skelton, who's thrown out for the first time this year. He's stolen 5, first time he's been caught. And Castillo guns down his second base runner. Pitch to Golson, a curveball, tumbles in for a strike. And Alsop now has his first strike thrown. It's 1-1. Maybe that can help relax him and get him on track. Fourth reliever used tonight by York. He deals and is swinging a foul back at 97. And the count 1-2. The one thing with Alsop throwing so hard, it is just a fraction of a second benefit for the catcher to throw. Castillo, a nice quick release, right on target. Here's the 1-2, swinging a foul back into the net, and consistently sitting at 97 here in the ninth inning. Seen some guys bring it earlier tonight, Checo and Click in particular, but with Alsop, it is just smoke. Another 1-2, and in the dirt, a slider that glanced off Castillo's backhand effort. If you're a catcher, you definitely would prefer to catch it cleanly when you're receiving for Alsop. And Alsop was going to move on from baseball. He's got a real interest in the medical field. The 2-2, and down and away, a fastball that skips away. So now it goes to a full count. He was preparing to get into medical sales had he not decided to give baseball another try. And now ready, the payoff pitch, and missed in the dirt. Now each of the two batters that he's faced have walked. And Golson aboard, he's 5 for 7 in stolen base attempts this season. Jovan Rosa will make his way up next. Third time at the Bees have seen Alsop. He struggled on opening night, and then his best outing was in the third game up there. Very quick 1-2-3 inning, and one of those close victories, a 3-1 win April 23rd. Picked up a hold. And Golson the lead from first. Pitch to Rosa is high and tight. Stay loose. That one also at 97. A long look in, dangling the right arm with ball in hand. He's set, the 1-0. And that's right down the chute. And a called strike at 96. The thing about him, I mean, he doesn't necessarily look like he's trying to overthrow it. Oh, runner got a big jump. Pitches a strike on a beauty of a slider, but no chance for Castillo. His throw to second is late, and Golson steals second. He ran before the leg lift and has his 6th steal. Now the double play taken away. Golson at second is the insurance run. One and two on the hitter, Rosa. And Alsop the pitch, and a breaking ball snaps away. 2-2. If he could harness the command and then show a breaking ball like that, coming off how hard he throws the fastball, you can certainly see where the potential lies. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Blew him away. That fastball at 97 and down. And Rosa with the whiff. 2 down in the inning. Now a big hitter, big spot. Anthony Hewitt coming up as Alsop tries to keep this a 2-run game. 3-1 New Britain. And remember, Craig Snem is currently sitting. He'll be coming back out which closers normally don't do. He'll be trying to do that for a second straight night. And Alsop steps off, wants to see the signs again. Hewitt's first at bat of the night. He pinch ran in the 8th. And the first offering is a called strike, outside corner. He'll basically, well, he basically became the DH, and now he officially is the DH. He pinch ran for Craig Maddox. Well, Alsop ready. The 0-1, and that's outside. Hewitt has struggled to hit. 122, although he does have 2 home runs. He's 6 for 49 at the dish. A long look, and Alsop will step off again. Trying to get set with Castillo here. The signs are different, of course, with a runner at second. And now the 1-1 swing and a foul, popped out of play, off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Revs in the bottom of the 9th. Castillo, Rocket, and Repko, the 3 hitters do. Now the stretch, and the 1-2. Swinging a liner foul toward the concourse first base side. It hit the brick wall and caromed off. As hard as Alsop throws it, it's going to leave the bat at a rather high rate of speed as well. There's an awakening on the concourse there. 1-2 it remains. And he'll try it again. Kicks and fires, and did he appeal to first? No, they say. Fastball up and in at 98. And Hewitt started, and then almost in self-defense was trying to bail, and it looked like he may have brought the bat across in doing so. But he gets the benefit of the doubt. 2-2. Alsop with his 22nd pitch of the inning, and just missed. Fastball low, and the count will go full. Revs fans thought he had him again. Just missed under the knees. And a full count. It's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Blew him away at 95. And Alsop strikes out his final 2 of the inning. 2 walks. 1 was caught stealing. 1 runner left. And we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Revs. They trail 3-1.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
Broadway Transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They towed my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the ninth, Keith Castillo leads off and takes low from Craig Stem. 3-1, the Revs trail. Stem going for the 4-out save for a second straight night. And the 1-0 to Castillo. He watches that one just a shade high. 2-0. Rocket and Repko to follow here in the bottom of the ninth. New Britain taking the lead in the eighth. The 2-run triple by John Jones. 2-0 pitch is in there. And Castillo forces Stem to throw a strike. Not a lot of pitches last night. And only his 6th of the evening there. Despite facing 2 hitters in the eighth. Pitch here is slapped on the ground toward the middle. Sliding backhand play, a juggle. The throw from Roof is late. In the dirt, Griffin picked it, but Castillo beats it. And Roof sliding to the backhand up the middle. He came up, tried to hurry the throw and juggled. It'll be an infield hit for Castillo. And the tying run to the plate. And here's Michael Rocket. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Stem greeted with a hit in the eighth as well. First pitch is swung on and missed. A slider to Rocket. It was looking for the fastball had it been there, but it slid away. 0-1 the count.
He was late on it too, Darryl. I tell you, I do not like the way that Michael's swinging the bat right now. It seems like he's just stepping out.
Here's the 0-1. And a breaking ball swinging a foul tip squeezed. No balls and 2 strikes. He just missed in the 7th inning. Just got under 1. Here's the stretch. And the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball rolled softly to short. Chavez fields, throws to second. They'll try to turn it, but no chance to get Rocket. Castillo slid in on Roof to make sure it wasn't turned, and he made sure the Roof was okay then. They do get the lead out, 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Tying run still at bat, Jason Repko the hitter. 0 for 4 tonight. Lined out to deep left last time, just got jammed on it a bit. Rocket the lead from first. Stem the pitch. It's over for a strike. Revs now out hitting New Britain 10-9, but trailing 3-1. Certainly would like more runs than this on a night when you put up double-digit hits. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Breaking ball had Repko out in front. Tejeda follows him. Stretch from Stem. 0-2. And that's down low, a slider. Just want to keep getting on base and keep the line moving. Got a potent heart of the order coming around if they can get some base runners here. Stretch from Stem and deals. And a swing and a tap foul back behind home. Revs trying to avoid their first set of back-to-back losses at home. They had won 5 in a row before last night. Home record is 7-3 coming in. 5-5 on the road. Stem ready. And deals. And a swing and a miss. A breaking ball down. And Repco down on strikes. The Revs down to their final out. Ed Tejeda will try to keep the game alive any way he can. 2 for 3, a double, and their only run scored back in the first inning. And before this, well, before last night anyway, the Revs had been 10-3 when scoring first in games, but in danger of dropping the last 2 after taking first at bat leads. Here's the stretch, and the pitch to Tejeda. It's down and away for ball 1. Infield hit from Castillo started this 9th inning. They've at least had the threat of the tying run batting ever since. Now stem to the belt. The 1-0, and a fastball in there for a strike at 92. Revs fans getting on Tyler Thurmond. (3-1) our score here in the 9th. Down to their last out. Outfield deep for the Bees. 1-1, and a swing and a line drive toward right field. It's down for a hit. Over toward the corner. Rivers plays it on a hop. Rocket goes to third. The cutoff is dropped. They'll stay where they are, though. First and third as Tejeda keeps it alive. Another 3-hit night. 3 for 4. And the tying run on at first. And Andres Perez, the winning run, will come to the plate.
You cannot retire that man right now. Darrell, he is hitting the ball hard and all over the place. That one down the right field line. Perfect piece of hitting, mature beyond his years. He's only 24.
Third 3-hit game in basically the last week for Tejeda. Now here's Perez. And the first pitch is down low. Tonight 1 for 4 at the plate. They really can't pinch run for Tejeda as a catcher, but he doesn't run badly for a catcher, that's for sure. Here's the 1-0, and a swing and a miss, a fastball, and Stem kept it away from Dre.
And he wanted that. He was swinging for the nemesis. Flailing at that ball. Nice placement from Stem.
Outfield actually has Perez shaded the other way. Maybe that's a cue for Perez to look for something away. It might be how Stem pitches more than anything. 1-1, and a slider hit deep, down the line and left. It is gone! It's gone! Andres Perez, the game-winning walk-off 3-run home run, and the Revs win 4-3 in the bottom of the 9th. He'll roll the helmet to home plate this time and jump into the water bath as he crosses home. And the Revs with walk-off win number 2. It's a bomb from Dre to end the night. Took off like a cannon, and the only question was fair or foul, and right past that little foul pole on top of the arch nemesis. And Dre with the third walk-off home run of his Revs career. What a shot. Man, did that thing take off. And when he hits him, he makes him pretty. A game-winning line drive walk-off home run. He's standing down in the field with Will DeBoer.
All right, there I got the man of the hour, Andres Perez. Dre, walk-off 3-run homer. What did you see? How did it feel?
Oh, man. I was just trying to relax a little bit, and
Matt Neal just down.
Does the mic still work?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh my God, it's cold. All right.
Give me another question. What do you got? All right, just 4 home runs so far this season. This park. What is about hitting over that arch nemesis that just turns you on, man?
Oh, man, I don't know, man. The last thing I was thinking about was hitting a walk-off. I just wanted to maybe get like a base hit, the ball hard somewhere. And, I stayed with my approach, and he threw me a good pitch to hit, and I made solid contact, man. It's pretty off the bat.
More than solid. All right, Trey, I'll let you dry off. Thanks, congrats.
Thank you.
All right, Daryl, I'm going to get a towel for this microphone. We're going to send it back to you.
All right, Will, thanks very much. Yeah, that was worth it right there as Matt Neal drilled Dre with the Gatorade jug and evidently Will's mic as well. But Andres Perez, no doubt about it, our Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins player of the game tonight. A 3-run line drive home run over the pole and left. It's his 3rd walk-off home run of his Revs career, his 4th home run overall this season, and he's now within 3 of Chris Nowak for the franchise record, his 56th all-time. And somebody's going to get a wet PSECU jersey auctioned off of Dre's back, benefiting Children's Miracle Network as they get set for the on-field presentation of those jerseys. What a night as the Revs win it, their 2nd walk-off home run already on the young season. 4-3 is your final. We'll have the full recap and reaction from this one coming up. Post-game show follows next.
30 minutes to get in, get a dozen maple donuts, and get to the party.
Oh, boy, look at the time.
One of Charlie Donuts All-Stars winds up, and here's the pitch.
Welcome to Maple Donuts. Can I help you?
Yes. No. I'm sorry. I'm not quite ready.
Oh, she steps out. The pressure may be too much, folks. No, wait. What's this? A meeting at the plate?
Okay, Mommy needs to order our maple donuts now. Can you two be good, please?
And she steps back up to the box.
All ready now?
I am.
She's swinging for the fences.
I'll have 4 glazed, 3 vanilla sprinkles, 3 chocolate icing, 2 jelly filled, and 1 chocolate peanut covered.
Wow, that was Major League. She read every stitch of that fastball and knocked it clean out of the park.
Enjoy your maple donuts.
Oh, we will. Okay, kids, let's go. Let's get these maple donuts to the party.
There you have it, folks. Maple Donuts, 58 varieties. Ready whenever you need.